right. What is up, everybody?
Hi, guys.
Great to see you guys tonight. This is going to be a very, very fun evening, and we have been looking forward to this for 2 months now.
Yeah.
Actually, longer, really. It's been 3 or 4 months in ideation. So this is going to be a good one. Seeing everybody in chat, lots of familiar faces. Great to see y'all. Scott Hayes says he might have broken the like button. I mashed it really hard. Somebody do me a favor and click it to see if Scott did break it or not. That would be very helpful.
Yeah,
let us know. Great to see so many familiar names here. Chris says, here to see what bottles the winners choose from Bill's stash. Yeah, so tonight, if anybody in our Patreon community probably has seen at least one of these, the People versus Bill Kavanaugh team tasting challenges.
I have seen them, but I think this is the first one I'm participating in.
It is, yeah.
But I'm like a loose participant.
Well, she's here for moral support.
I'm here for moral support.
To double check my math, which is always helpful. Customers here. Cheers from Boston, sipping on some Octomore. Got the night started off right. I see Kim S in the chat. JG is here. Mark S is here.
Hi, guys.
So many familiar names. I'm just scrolling. I'm scrolling. Just looking at all the names, looking at all you beautiful people here tonight. All right, we got confirmation. Bruce and Top Dog.
It works.
Both said it's still working.
Sweet.
So
Thanks,
great
guys.
to see you guys. Hey, Jason's here. Says, what's up, Aaron and Josh? My first live from Houston. Well, thanks for joining in, man. This is going to be, you picked a heck of a one to be your first one. So we're going to kick the stream off real quick, get the palates warmed up a little bit with a barrel pick we are releasing tomorrow on Patreon. It's a Cedar Ridge Double Oaked, single barrel straight bourbon, double oaked. Bourbon Judge and Stuff and Whiskey collab, 118.3 proof. This stuff right here is real good. And I'll see if I can upload the sticker real quick and show you guys. So we're gonna have a little cheers to start the night here. Like I said, this is releasing tomorrow evening.
Also, are we doing any giveaway? Like, is this part of a giveaway or anything?
It's not, but I can put it in as one of the samples.
Oh, okay.
For sure. We are going to do a giveaway tonight, and I'll go ahead and run a banner for that. So it's the end of the year. So I was thinking, what better thing to give away than some of our favorite pours from the year, which will include Check's Notes. I mean, I guess I could just show them.
Yeah, what are you giving away?
It'll include
Russell's
15. It will include Coy Hill Barrel House 8. It will include Bardstown Discovery 12. It will include a great single barrel pick of Jack Daniel's Single Barrel Rye. And it will include
Sunday brunch.
Our Sunday brunch Nashville Barrel Company pick. This thing is one of our favorite picks we did this year. Very, very, very happy about this one. Very happy to be including it. So there will be 2 winners tonight for those. So we'll give away 2. Instead of doing 1 2-ounce sample flight, we'll do 2 1-ounce sample flights. So yeah, spread the love a little bit further.
Cool.
So that will be going on tonight. And let me make sure everything is. Make sure our alert box is set up. I had that turned off, I believe.
Oh.
So make sure that's up there. So keep our eyes peeled and make sure it's working correctly. Oh, Posey just got a Coy Hill yesterday. Nice. Congrats. All right.
Okay, we try this?
Yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh, wow.
What you think?
It's good.
Turn out all right?
Yeah, I don't remember what it tasted like when we did the pick.
Yeah.
So I had no expectations, and I like this.
Man, it's got such a like confectionery sugar, almost like fruity candiness in it. And then also there's like this black pepper thing that's offsetting that.
Interesting.
And then that double oaked woodiness isn't strong like a lot of double oaked stuff is.
Yeah.
It's kind of, it's underneath everything.
Yeah. Also, Mama P's in the house.
We got Mama P in the house.
Hi,
Great
Mama
to
P.
see
Merry
you.
Christmas.
Got a couple of super chats already coming through, so everything's working correctly.
Oh, is it?
That's nice. Thank you guys so much.
Let me make sure I get everybody.
You get them over there, and I'll shout them out over here, okay?
Okay.
So, Michael S., whom is back? Is that correct? Whom is backstage? No. Who's backstage?
I also have to Google that.
Michael's backstage.
Michael's backstage.
He says, "Happy Christmas and Merry New Year."
Oh, I love saying Happy Christmas because that's what they say in Harry Potter.
Avery loves saying
Avery and I say
Christmas
Happy Christmas to each
all
other
the time. Thank you so much, man. And for 5 tonight too. And already is going to get to taste some really good whiskey.
Yeah.
So
this is really, really good.
Yeah,
this is a good pick.
This Cedar Ridge is a really great pick. I mean, for craft bourbon, you don't really get craftiness on it. Like it just tastes. This is Iowa bourbon.
Oh yeah, I would not have picked up that it was. I mean, I guess if I thought about it, Cedar Ridge craft bourbon, like I would have known, but you don't get that craft note in the flavor, which is impressive.
No, it's almost like apricot, like this confectionery sugar apricot type of thing going on, and then that black pepper note, and then this creaminess that just goes throughout. Yeah. So really, really, really nice. So all right, guys. So let's go ahead and bring our guests on and get this party. Let's what do they say? Kick the tires and light the fires. So
really?
Here we go.
I've never heard that before.
Yeah.
Well, I just like to say, let's get this party started.
All right. So first we're gonna bring on the purveyor of this blind flight.
Wait, what do you call him? The
Baron of Blind Flights.
The Baron of Blind Flights.
He has many other names
Bill
as well.
Yeah, some of those names can't be said on YouTube.
Fair.
Thank you very much for donating this, and we'll bring the guys on here in a second, but just want to take a second to highlight you and thank you so much for always being a part of the charity fundraiser every year and such a big part of the channel and all that we do, and just appreciate you so much, man. I'm going to go ahead and get the nice words out of the way now so we can start the trash talk in a minute.
All of those nice things you say are not going to help you do well tonight.
No, it's not.
You know me better than that.
Absolutely.
But it's a great cause. It's a pleasure and an honor to be a part of it. I am in awe of the two guys that bid as much as they did. It almost makes me feel bad to beat them. Almost.
Oh, trash talk is starting early.
But it's so cool to get to do it. I'm amazed what it raised, and I'm looking forward to having a good time. In fact, in celebration, Josh, I am going to bottle kill your 40th birthday King of Kentucky.
Hey, there we go.
That's all that's left from your 40th birthday, brother.
Wow.
Nice. Could not think of a more appropriate pour to include for the evening than that one right there.
We're just going to take care of this tonight. I'll sip on this while you guys work hard.
There you go. Just over there sipping on King of Kentucky, laughing at it.
That's funny.
So
I love that.
All right. So I'm going to go ahead and bring the other guys on here because Bill talked about winning and losing and all that stuff. And we're going to win or lose as a team. So we've got Michael and we've got Austin here.
Hey, guys.
Great to see y'all tonight.
Hello.
I mean, the bottom row is just bringing the festiveness.
I am loving the Christmas spirit
I feel
that's
like
happening.
Scrooge.
I know.
I have been a Scrooge this year.
Okay.
I've got a 12 Days of Trace series going right now, so that's why everything's Christmassy and Buffalo traced out right now.
I like it.
There you go. Got the sweater and everything. So yeah, TBE whiskey is the bourbon experience.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's nice to put like a real name with a screen name.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right. Steven, 50. Wow. Come on, Lady Luck. There we go. Thank you so much, Steve.
Yeah.
News bulletin: the nose on King of Kentucky does not suck.
No, I would imagine not. I am going to, so I'll show everybody here the samples. So Bill, To Write Love on Her Arms, which is the charity we donated to. No, I did it to myself. So we got these samples that have that. We got 5 samples, and he also included a warm-up pour here.
How kind of him.
Remus Gatsby Reserve 2024, 15 years old, 104.9 proof. Michael, Austin, have you guys had this warm-up pour before? Have you had Remus Gatsby 2024?
No. I'm not sure. I don't know if it was this one or the last year's Remus. I've only had a handful of them. I don't know if this one in particular I've had or not.
I think I've had one once before.
So they've done it 3 times now, I think, the Gatsby. I think 2022 was the first year they did.
I think they did those, and then what was it the year before that? Was it the Volstead?
The Volstead, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I remember that one.
You know, they're a little pricey, but for the proof, they have so much flavor. So it's one of the reasons I included it. It's one of my favorite low proof pours.
Yeah, I know I've had the 5, which got a lot of hype, and that wasn't my thing. And the 7, I know I had, and I actually like that one. And I think a lot of people did not prefer that one. But
so those are the repeals. That's different. This is the Gatsby. So this is
yeah, it comes in the box, and it's got the black with the gold and the
yeah, right.
The clamshell opening.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, we put it wasn't this one; it was 2023 Gatsby Reserve, but we put it in a head-to-head against Eagle Rare 17 because they were both right there around, same proof point, similar age, close to, and I think we both picked the Eagle. We both picked the Gatsby over Eagle Rare 17.
I just remember that I like the bottle of the Gatsby.
It does have a nice bottle, yeah.
Because it's like
very.
I guess I should have pulled the bottle.
Yeah.
Very, very Art Deco.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a sucker for like mid-century modern and Art Deco type stuff. It's a problem.
So.
What?
There you go.
Oh wait.
2024 Remus Gatsby right there.
Yeah.
Here it is. Cheers, gentlemen. Thank you guys for being a part of this.
Cheers.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks for donating what you did.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Great cause.
Very good cause.
It's a good cause.
Yeah, so anybody that's tuning in that doesn't know what we're talking about, back in October, and every October actually, we try to use we're drinking whiskey on the internet. Like, we might as well do something good with it, right? So every October, we like to do a fundraiser here on the YouTube channel to support mental health, and specifically a charity called To Write Love on Her Arms, which is, again, what I was showing you guys on the label here. But they are a charity organization that raises money and does a lot of education and destigmatization, but they also do direct help as far as like helping people find, like connecting people with therapists, with all kinds of different help that way. They also sponsor people to get help if they can't afford it. There's all kinds of great things that they do. So, it's not, there are bigger mental health organizations, but this one is very, very transparent on all their finances, and they keep all their spend very low. So max donation dollars go towards actually helping people who are really in need. And it's a cause near and dear to us, and it affects all of us. So yeah, it means an awful lot to have you guys donating so big and helping out with the fundraiser.
Yeah.
And I'm so glad that we get to have such a cool experience here at the end of it. And we get to beat Bill down in front of everybody, in a public audience.
Wow, you're speaking really confidently for someone who has yet to beat Bill.
It's true.
Yeah, right. You'd almost think he's won before or something.
Am I 0-2-1 right now?
That's right.
Yeah.
We did tie. Somehow we tied.
What I like about this one versus the other Gatsby's or the other Remuses I've had is it's darker and it's a little less floral. Some of the previous ones I've had were like really floral.
That's a good call out. Yeah, you're dead right. This one is like
got a
really
lot of flavor for the proof. Josh, you talk about concentration of flavor all the time, and it's harder to get that in lower proof things, and I find the Gatsby's do that really well.
Yeah, definitely.
Did you see this?
Chris coming through with a great thing saying, if I recall correctly, there are like one of 20 charities in the U.S. with a perfect score on transparency and impact.
Oh,
yeah.
To Write Love.
Yeah,
is?
it is very difficult to get
That's
that.
cool.
So, yeah, a couple of super chats to shout out real quick.
Diver Doc.
We shouted out Steve, come on, Lady Luck, and we got Diver Doc in the house with 3 entries saying cheers. We got you in there, man. Thank you so much. All right, guys. So I think it's time. Oh, and we got another one. Be good to each other. There we go. So my shirt says "Be good, do good, drink good whiskey." So finally got a shirt made up with this logo right here. So all right. Before we get into this, Bill, do you want to go ahead and just explain the rules of the game for the audience here? Let everybody know what we're walking into and what to expect. And guys, if you don't have things poured, go ahead and pour it. Yeah, Michael's got.
Yeah, if you don't have, if you guys haven't poured the samples, go ahead and do that. It's an amazingly simple game, but simple doesn't mean it's easy. So everybody has the same flight of 5 samples, and they get to work together as a team to answer a set of questions they already know. They're gonna tell me what they think the age of the whiskey is, what the proof of the whiskey is, what kind of whiskey it is, whether it's finished or not, and what state or country they believe it is distilled in. It's all on a sheet that they have, so the questions are known. And there's a point system. The closer they get, the more points they earn. The key is whatever points they don't earn, I get. And we're going to keep score right here over my shoulder.
Oh.
And at the end of 5 samples, highest score wins.
Okay.
And we will reveal sample by sample as we go. So
Okay.
it's the drama builds.
Yeah, and there's no nosing around and tasting around. You can nose it and taste it. It's all one round of stuff. And you can talk amongst yourselves as much as you want. There's one final answer for the team, and it's the 4 of them against me. And I simply earn points by the ones they leave on the table.
You just clean up our mess.
Such a simple game, like you said, and also like for being the curator of it, your work is already done once the flights go out the door. You just get to sit back and laugh when
Which I do on the inside.
Yeah, exactly.
At least until your answers are in. Then I laugh on the outside.
So, can I have a piece of paper?
Yeah.
Should I go get one?
JG asks if I
I'll get one.
stole Jeffrey Wack's scorekeeper. Sort of. Not literally, but figuratively, yes. We have the same one. I stole the game and the where to get the scoreboard from Jeffrey Wack. So
Thanks.
all credit goes to Jeffrey Wack. I've just taken it and used it.
There we go.
Sharing
All
is
right.
caring, right?
So
That's right.
you guys ready to get into sample A here?
If you're not plagiarizing, you're not trying.
Nah. Yeah, feel free to start with sample A. Nose it, taste it, talk about it.
So a little old fashioned says, love to do a collaboration with you all. A little old fashioned. Yeah. Great channel. Hit me up. stuffandwhiskey@gmail.com. I'd like to talk about that. We're working on something I think you might enjoy.
Jason, I got you down for the super chat. Whoa, thank you.
Jason, thank you so much, man. Cheers, guys. Good luck tonight. Thank you so much. And Chris asked, anyone know why I'm not getting a super chat option in chat? That's because we have super chats turned off, but there is a link, which I probably should have posted in chat.
Oh, yeah,
probably.
probably.
To be honest with you guys. And it goes to, it's through Streamlabs. So this reduces
The fees
all the crazy
that
fees that
YouTube takes
they
from
charge.
super chats.
Yeah. It's like when you super chat, it is literally, it's like 30% goes to YouTube and then 30% goes to Apple or Android. And
You're going to pin that?
of the remaining 70%. And so like, it's like 48%.
Oh, you pinned it as yourself. You wrote it as yourself.
Oh, that's fine.
Okay.
Oh, I can't
Fun
pin it.
fact.
Because you have to be
Fun
in.
fact. I saw Chris's name on here during one of your live streams, and I'm thinking, gee, I wonder if that's a Chris that I used to work with. Yeah, we used to work together.
Oh, really?
Oh, that's too funny.
Isn't the lead singer of Yellow not what the
Coldplay?
Coldplay?
Chris
Wow,
Martin?
I just
Yeah.
totally blanked. I thought it was the lead singer of Coldplay tuning in, but
No, this Chris Martin is very, very different from that Chris.
also
That'd be cool.
Man, oh, I'm sorry.
I was gonna say I used to have a buddy named Chris Martin that I was gonna ask. I was like, man, I had a going out buddy named Chris Martin.
It's a popular name. Oh, Chris says, I know I'm not married to Gwyneth.
Austin, what were you gonna say?
I was going to start talking about sample A.
Oh,
Let's
he's
go.
keeping us on
That's
track.
really good. It's it's chocolatey peanut butter. I mean, I would almost
Ooh.
guess like a Old Fitz 19 or something along those lines, right around that like 100 proof chocolatey peanut butter.
That's like I shoved a Reese's peanut butter cup in my mouth.
Really?
Yeah, and I always get that on the Old Fitz 19.
A dusty Reese's peanut butter cup.
Yeah.
I'm just on the nose right now.
Or maybe even like a Michter's 10, but I think I'm between like a Michter's 10, Old Fitz 19, so whatever stats that all lines up to be as far as our guesses.
Yeah, I'm going to be relying on you guys on the bottle guesses.
Okay. What do you think about proof, Love? How are you feeling?
I don't know. I don't like this game. It's too much pressure.
Does it feel like 100 proof, higher,
It
lower?
feels higher.
Higher than 100?
But not much. I don't know. I don't like oh, this makes me so nervous. I'm like getting all hot and sweaty.
No,
I don't like it.
I think to me it's pretty close to the warm-up, and the warm-up's 104.9. So
yeah,
kind of use that as an anchor and then go off of that is what I'm doing. So I'm kind of right around that 100-ish.
Yeah, I think that's what was so good about the warm-up pour. And
I think it's higher than 100.
I don't know if Bill threw that in there to curveball us in the beginning or not, but I think it's smart to use that as an anchor. Like, we know that's 15 years right at 105 proof. Is this hitting higher or lower in proof in years than that?
Also,
and I think it's
Matt,
close.
Matt, I got your super chat. Thank you.
Matt, thank you so much, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna try not to interrupt, but I want to make sure I get like people know that I got their super chat down.
We will call them out as we go for sure.
It's not really called a super chat, is it? We call it that.
Yeah, I mean, that's what we call it.
Okay.
That's what everybody calls it.
Okay.
But
So the one thing I did forget to mention is the prize. Part of the fun of this is if this crowd can beat me, our two contestants get to pick 5 samples of anything in the basement.
All right, so we have to win now. Though you can't win. You have to throw the game.
It's a little late for that.
Man, Austin, I really like the Old Fitz guess here.
I could also see like a Knob Creek 15. Knob Creek 18.
No, I actually
we just had some of that today. It does not taste like that.
Yeah, I see where your head's at. I could see more of a Knob Creek 15 than 18.
I'm not getting a lot of oak, so I don't know if it's that old.
This tastes like dirt, so I think it's a rye, and I love it.
No, it's not. Is it hitting you guys like it's hitting front to mid palate for me, and then just falling off, which makes me think it makes me really like the Weeder guess.
Yeah, and that peanut influence really, I mean, that peanut and chocolate. Somebody gave me a sample of the Old Fitz 8-year, and I was thinking like Russell or not Russell's. I was thinking Knob Creek 15 or 18. Knob Creek 18, the newer ones with the red label. Yeah, I was kind of thinking that, and that was my guess, and it ended up being the Old Fitz 8. So if this ended up being like Old Fitz 8, that wouldn't be super surprising, but there's that peanut mustiness, that chocolate. So I think we're talking either Heaven Hill or Beam, like. So whatever is around 100 proof in that realm with that age.
I want to say 100 and a little bit more. I want to say 107-ish.
Yeah, I was thinking 105, but I could go 107.
Okay. Could it then be Beam and Heaven Hill blind are so hard to pick between, right? So like if I go more peanut buttery, I start to think of Heaven Hill, but Scott said it. This is where my brain was going. Could it be a Jacob's Well? Like a Hardin's Creek, not necessarily Jacob's Well specifically, but any of the Hardin's Creek releases.
Sure.
Is it that high a proof though? Also, I'll go ahead and give you guys a heads up on this. I was telling Bill the other day, this is also an ingenious game because you just sit here, like typically you're tasting things and you're being measured, but when
it's time, I'm bringing it out. I'm done with the whiskey talk.
Time check on the knitting. Time check on the knitting.
She's making a beanie.
I'm making Josh a beanie.
We made it. Whoever in the pool in the gambling had under half an hour. You just won.
Put a tassel on the beanie.
No, Josh doesn't like it. He likes them plain. It's fine. It makes it easier for me.
And I'll say this: I think, given the low proof of the Michter's 10, it's kind of on profile with that, but I think that's too low proof. So I really do think we're living in Beam or Heaven Hill 100 to I like that 107. I'm almost wanting to compare it next to the 104.9 warm up.
I just took a sip of the Gatsby.
I just did that because
Look at
you
us.
didn't say we couldn't do it.
Look at us, team. Let's go. We're all on the same page.
Hey, I provided it. It's fair game if I send it to
Right.
you. So
We're all.
And I'm assuming then we can go back and forth on A and B and C and D and all that other stuff too, correct?
you can, but when you're done with A, we're going to reveal it. So
Right.
Yeah.
So then we can compare, but at least that'll give us idea of proof and
absolutely, there's nothing saying you can't go back and drink. If I send it to you,
So
it's
we
fair
hedge
game.
our bets? Like, okay, is it within exact proof 5, within 2, within 5, within? I don't know. Should we hedge our bets and do like
we always
low
hedge
to
our
mid
bet.
hundreds to try and grab some of those points, or try and be exact? What's the strategy?
We always hedge our bets somewhat.
Yeah, Chris and Jeremy, I got you guys.
But
Depends
I mean, let's go for the
Depends on whether
easy
you want to
thing.
go all in to get
Yeah.
all the points and risk losing them all, or you're willing to split the points with me.
Exactly. So let's go down the list. First up is age. Unless there's
10.
something that's like jumping out to you guys, we can just go down the
Perfect.
checklist here. So A, I just had I had a sip of the Gatsby, then I went back to sample A. And I think this is slightly higher proof than
It
sample
is.
A.
I think it is
Yeah.
too. I
I
said 107.
agree.
I like what Michael was saying.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I
I'm
like
down
what
with-
Aaron was saying about me.
I love that.
Are we wait? So we're starting with the age.
Age.
So age and proof.
I'd go.
I say 10. But again,
Oh man, 10.
15. I mean, I like that 15 year. The problem
was-
is there's only a couple that's above it, and there would be a lot more that are below it.
I know. I was
I don't
thinking.
know.
I was thinking 17.
What about 12? That's a good number.
Yeah. So I mean, if
well,
it's
why
that
that old? Are you
19,
guys getting a lot of oak? Are you getting a lot? What is making you think that old? I mean, this
I'm
is for
getting oak,
educational purposes for me too.
I'm getting oak, and then I'm really getting that chocolate is, and then there's
Yeah.
kind of like that perfume thing that you get on Dusty's, but I don't think this is a Dusty in particular. So I think it's a ultra aged current release.
Like
that's where my head's at.
like we're doing an advent calendar, and the first pour of the advent calendar from Kim and Mark Schwartz was Elijah Craig 18, and I would have I wouldn't have bet the house, but I felt pretty confident that it was like an Old Fitz 10 year or something like that, and it was EC 18, and it had this type of finish on it, but I don't think this is Heaven Hill. I'm really leaning towards Beam here, but look, we're all in it together as a team, so I want to land on a number we like for age and proof. I think we're probably closer on proof. Are we all feeling like that 107 mark?
Yeah,
yeah,
I think that's a good one.
And let's go ahead and it's bourbon, right? This is
yeah.
If this is
Yeah.
if this is not bourbon, we're gonna have technical difficulties in the stream.
I don't believe it's finished.
Yeah, I don't think it's finished either.
And
Yeah,
if
not-
we're
yeah,
thinking
not finished.
that, if we're thinking this flavor profile, I'm guessing Kentucky.
Yep.
Yeah, I would say so.
So, are any of these things on? Am I writing down answers, or are you still brainstorming? I'll put my pen. Let me know when you're ready.
Yeah. I think
My only hang up is like what 17, 15-ish year thing is at 107,
all the Hardens Creeks are 107 or 108. Or they're all at
Okay,
108.
I like it. Okay.
And I will
that's
defer,
good.
and you guys have that knowledge much more than I when it comes to.
Oh, could this be Baker's 13? Isn't it
It could
107?
be. It could be. I want to say the Baker's 13 is more nut forward,
I agree.
and I feel like this is not as. I mean, the nut influence is there, but I almost get it like that Heaven Hill Weeder nut must more so than like direct punch you in the face Jim Beam. And the Baker's leans more typical Beam to me. But I could be wrong.
Josh, I'm going to warn you, I have to respond to comments orally because we're not able to type unless we jump back to YouTube on our computer.
Yeah,
So
it's a whole...
JG, I have hair and it is about this color. So
I
got to meet.
I don't even have that open. Let's see.
Yeah, I got to meet JG back at It's Bourbon Night gathering a few years back. Real nice guy. Don't know how he got such a beautiful wife, but
also, you guys will be both at the Stuff and Whiskey annual gathering.
Yes, and I cannot wait. I'm turning that into a whole trip. I'm seeing you, then going up and seeing friends all down the East Coast.
Nice.
And
It's
ending
a
up
bummer
in
I'm missing it this year or next year.
I know. Bad timing. Jeffrey says, wasn't the Juicy promise made in March, or at least a long time ago? We haven't forgotten. They may have made an appearance on Patreon.
We got some Juicy sweatpants. Josh has worn them, I think, twice on Patreon.
At least once.
Yeah. If not twice.
Jay asked if I'm wearing a different watch. Yeah, I got my wedding watch on. The watch Aaron got me for our wedding day.
We have matching watches. No one ever comments on my watch.
This is from Aaron's birth year, and the watch she's wearing is from my birth year. So, yeah, it's nice. It's a 16013 date just. Reference 16013.
I got my wedding watch. I got this on my honeymoon.
Hey, there we go.
Aaron, we don't look at your wrist. We're looking at your stunning hair that you had done the other day.
Oh, thank you.
The locks are flowing.
It's dirty, so I pulled it back tonight. I got a shower.
Scott asked if it has the varnish lacquer note that Old Bourbon has. I get that a lot more on different distilleries. I don't get that on Old, Heaven Hill, and Beam necessarily, unless it's like whiskey from yesteryear.
Yeah, like pre-fire, Heaven Hill, Dusty Turkey, stuff like that. Do we
have final answers?
All right, so
Bill?
Yeah, so we want to say 107 on proof.
Correct.
Yeah, I like
that. Even though all the Hardin's Creeks are 108, but I still like 107. That gives us a little bit of hedge room, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then
what's the Hardin's Creek age? Is it 15? 17?
I think almost all of them are 17. Some of them are 16, but a lot of them are 17.
If you know that they're that and you want to go 108, I'm not going to squabble about one point.
If we go 108 and it's 100, we still get 2 points. I'm looking at this rubric. Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
Let's go 108.
All
right. And then
no Kentucky, and then we're gonna throw out Beam for as a bonus guess.
We can hedge here. We can say Heaven Hill for the distillery, and then we can pick a Beam bottle.
Well,
David, I got
you. Or we just double down and we get 4 points versus 2.
True. It's true.
Why don't we go in strong up front, and then if we start,
I love it, screwing
ourselves, then we can always hedge.
I love it. Hey, you got to risk it for the biscuit, baby. Let's go.
What's the age guess? I'm not clear on the guess for your age.
Yeah, we're not either, Bill.
Okay.
Okay, so we're doing Beam and Hardin's Creek, or Jacob's Well.
All Jacob's Wells are Hardin's Creek, but not all Hardin's Creeks are Jacob's Well. Bill, will you accept Hardin's Creek, or do we have to name if it's Claremont or Hardin's Creek?
I would. There's no way anybody could tell the difference between those three. So no, I would accept Hardin's Creek.
I think I might have only had the Jacob's Well of those.
You're wrong.
That's what I was thinking. I was just laughing at myself. Bill's like, yeah, I will accept Hardin's Creek because it's not the correct answer.
No, I mean,
exactly.
Boston or Claremont, that would be unfair. I mean, that would just be
unfair. Hey, Prokopiak, we'll hedge all we want there, buddy.
Oh, Chris.
All right, so I wrote down 108. That's correct? Okay, and your whiskey type, you're saying it's bourbon?
Bourbon.
Correct.
Yep.
Not finished, Kentucky.
Nope. Correct.
And we're going Beam and Hardin's Creek, right, guys?
Age. What are we doing? Age.
Beam, Hardin's Creek.
17.
Do you want to hedge at 16 or no hedge? We headshotting this thing.
Mm,
Go big or go home.
I mean, I
right?
feel like we're real committed to this answer, so might as well go full send on it.
Okay,
I like it.
I concur.
So the guess is 17. Is that
I
what
like
I'm hearing?
Let's go.
Sure.
I like the gumption.
Wow. Okay.
We're gonna start off way behind, guys.
That's ballsy. It's a
Ah,
ballsy.
you don't know
If,
that.
if it's Old Fitz 19 though, that was the first thing that I guessed.
Well,
But
you
I
know
don't
what
think
Aaron
it is.
always says: go with your gut.
All right. So let's start with age. Your guess is 17 years, correct?
Correct.
Should be like-
Yep.
You have to be
Allegedly.
within 2 years to get points. And that is 3 points for me.
Oh no, guys.
Proof, your guess is 108. That is 4 points for you
Hey.
and 1 point for me.
So, we'll do it.
You
Yeah.
guessed it was bourbon. That is 2 points for me.
What?
Is it
That
a
is
rye?
not a bourbon.
Is it a rye?
Holy, I'll tell you in a minute.
Because I think
You,
it's a
you-
rye.
you guessed that it's not finished. That is also 2 points for me.
Wow.
You guessed that the state was Kentucky. That is 2 points for you. You guessed Beam Hardens Creek. Neither is correct.
Yeah.
What you were drinking is a 14-year, 107 proof
Dadgummit.
We should have stuck with 107, you guys.
Wow.
Heritage.
Is that a rye?
That's a
This
single
is,
malt.
this is an American
single
malt
malt.
whiskey.
Oh, it's a malt, single malt.
Wow.
I wasn't getting the malty on it.
It tasted like Mother Earth.
Hey, let's give a congrat.
It speaks to
I
that
was saying,
chocolate.
let's give it. Go ahead.
Mm.
That you're saying that the chocolatey note, Austin?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean that's where that comes from.
Yeah.
And this is finished in heavy toast cognac barrels.
Mm-hmm.
And Michael, what were you saying? Give a
Congratulations to the American Single Malt Whiskey Commission. They got it finally passed with regulations on what an American single malt is. It will go into effect on January 19th, 2025.
That's pretty cool.
heck yeah. Cheers to that. This is I've not had this pour before. This is really good.
Hey Bill, is that our point counter above your shoulder?
It is.
Yeah. Who's red and who's
6.
which one is which there, Bill?
The blue is me. I have 8. You have 6.
Thank you.
Okay, we're red, Bill's blue.
Close. All right. All right. Sample B. Boy, oh
We
boy.
should have stuck with 107.
That was a tricky pour to start off with. Good job, Bill.
Yeah, that was my first time trying that one. That's better than what I would have anticipated it being. So that was good. I liked it.
Yeah, same. And I also agree with that sentiment. I would not have, I saw that bottle release and would not have thought that it was that good.
Yeah. Was it last year's the double barreled? I think it was a bourbon.
Oh, the double
that was
barrel.
just like chocolate
Dude,
raisinette.
It was a double-barreled rye, wasn't it? It was fantastic.
No, the double barrel
Oh.
bourbon they did was
Oh, was it the
insane.
bourbon last year? That's right.
132 proof.
Okay. It was fantastic.
Yeah, that I wasn't impressed with that one. To me, it was just like chocolate raisinettes, like the candy, and then the
See that,
10-year rye was really let me down big time. I think this might be my favorite of the last 2 or 3 years. That was good.
All right. So as we get into the nose on B,
Nose and palate. It's not a nose.
nose and palate on B, give a shout
Oh,
out to
man.
David Roback in for 2. Says I'm bringing a Foursquare store pick to the bottle share at Swag. Can't wait to meet you guys. Yeah, dude, excited about that. Foursquare is so good. We went out belated, admittedly. Erin's birthday is around Thanksgiving, so she was like, we didn't make it out for her birthday for a nice dinner. So we went out last night for a nice dinner, and we went to one of our favorite restaurants, our favorite restaurant to go to for dinners, for nice dinners. And we walked in. They have the little small seating area for the restaurant, like 28 seats or something like that. But then there's like a little bar area. They call it the little bar. And we walked in and we got there early. So we were going to have a pour at the little bar, and Aaron got a cocktail. As soon as I walked in, I started clocking bottles, and they had like a ton of different Four Roses LEs, which those caught my eye. And they had a Foursquare 2005. And I looked at the price list, and all the Four Roses LEs were $40 a pour. And the Foursquare 2005 was $10 a pour. And I was like,
2 ounces.
give me a double of the Foursquare, please. And it was so good. Are you guys dabble in rum at all? I know Bill has some rum, but do you guys dabble at all?
No. When we went to England and Ireland, my wife and I, a bunch of years ago, I brought a bunch of Cuban rum back. Messed with it a little bit, but it's just something I can't dive into that one. It's too much.
I'm an equal opportunity drinker, so I've been trying to. But I mean, my obsession with whiskey, I mean, this is just a couple of years. I don't want to start delving into tequilas and rum and everything. I got a couple Armagnacs back there. So it's a dangerous road to hoe.
Yeah, that I've not dabbled in
one rabbit hole is enough.
Yeah, I've not dabbled in Armagnacs yet, but I'm interested. I'm Armagnac curious, but haven't went down that lane yet.
Well, I just went down the Armagnac just because I wanted a bottle for my birth year, and there was no way in heck you were going to get a bourbon or a scotch from 1970 that I wouldn't have to get a second mortgage on the house.
Yeah.
And if you got a bourbon that old, it would be awful.
Yeah. But I found I'd love to find a scotch that old, but I found an Armagnac from 1970, and it's tasty.
By the way, can I ask, did you like Sample A?
Mm-hmm. It tasted like Mother Earth, and I said I love it.
Do you like? Oh, you love it. Do you like Sample B?
Not as much.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah, Sample B is really light. I mean, it could be MGP, it could be Four Roses. It has like a little bit of that floral thing. It's light. There's a little bit of orange, but I think Bill is trying to screw with this here by going down in proof on the next one.
Oh, he loves to do that.
There's a sharpness in that one that I don't love.
This smells really Buffalo Tracy to me. But I will defer to Austin here because I'm not. The man's got the sweater on. Come on.
Yeah. I mean, now that you say that, maybe it's power suggestion, but I am getting that like typical grape Buffalo Trace thing now.
Yeah, I got that from the beginning, but I'm also picking up the orange.
Yeah, I'm reading it like a candied orange almost.
This is just sweet, and sweet.
Yeah, it's all sweet.
I'm getting like sharp.
I almost think we're at like 90 proof on this one though. It's water.
I mean, you're right, Aaron.
On this one.
Aaron's right. It's not very well rounded. There are some spiky edges.
Mm-hmm.
I really like the nose though. Like I'm not gonna say it's rivaling the Parkers by any means, but just like for a good enjoyable pour, that nose is really nice for like a good sweet. What I feel like is a bourbony nose, but I could have swore I was just drinking a bourbon and it was a finished.
I think you just said that on Sample A and said you were going to have technical difficulties if it wasn't a bourbon.
Yeah, you did.
Oh, yeah. Here we are. Here we are. Thanks for the reminder, Bill.
What I'm here for, Josh.
Somebody's got to keep us honest, right?
Josh, you have me going down I'm getting pretty committed to Buffalo Trace.
If I took one smell of it and you forced me to pick something, that's what I would say. But I don't know what it could be. Maybe like it feels under 100 proof.
Yeah, my guess was 90 easily.
Mm-hmm. I would say that too.
What's 90 proof in Buffalo Trace? That's
Buffalo Trace, Eagle Rare, Weller.
Yeah, this doesn't feel like any of those though.
I don't think.
I would say the closest. If we're in that vein, the closest thing to me it would almost be like a Buffalo Trace store pick. But I don't think that's it though.
Oh man, I'm gonna I want to hear what you guys have to say because I don't want to steer this ship down the wrong direction.
That's okay. We'll just raid your collection instead of Bill's.
Please do.
Penance pours. Flights coming out to you guys for screwing you up.
I mean, we're going to be there in May, for God's sakes.
You know what?
I had Eagle Rare to start. I don't think this is Eagle Rare unless, like you said, it could be a store pick of some sort.
I mean, now coming back to it, I don't think the proof's there, but I could almost, you know what? I think maybe lot B. I was going to say like Old Rip 10, maybe.
Oh.
But the proof's not there. So what's the answer to that? Probably I could see a lot B or a CYPB. Ooh, I like the CYPB guess.
That's where I was at, and I didn't want to say it because I wanted you guys. I didn't want to put that in y'all's heads, but I don't mind lot B. Eagle Rare 17 is better than this. This is good, but Eagle Rare 17 is better.
I'm leaning CYPB. My buddy and I just did the entire vertical blind not too long ago. It could be maybe Weller single barrel, but I really like the CYPB guess.
Aaron, are you getting any your weeder funk on this?
No, I'm just getting a sharpness.
I don't get the funk on CY any of the like higher offerings, like the higher up offerings from Weller. I don't get that funk, but I am getting a little bit of that sour tinge on the finish though. I don't know if I'm talking myself into it or not.
I get the faintest kind of like milk chocolate thing that I get on CYPB that I don't get on some of the other Weller offerings.
Every time
now that I'm thinking about it, I'm getting that kind of like apple chocolate a little bit. I don't know. I like CYPB for this.
Michael, have you had CYPB?
No.
Have you had?
Is it cheating if I grab my CYPB and try it?
The only Weller I've
you don't get to do, Aaron.
Is that cheating?
You're restricted to the samples that I sent you.
The only Weller I've had is Special Reserve, and I think I had a 12 one time.
Dang, I'm really struggling to get off of CYPB on this one.
Clear your mind.
And the rest will follow.
Clear your heart. What is it? Clear eyes, clear hearts, can't lose.
What were you gonna say? Every time you think of CYPB,
every time someone says CYPB, I think of PYT, the song by Michael Jackson.
Oh yeah.
Every time.
What is CYPB? 94 proof? I think it's the same as, or is it 95? Is it the same as the kosher? Koshers are 94.
No, koshers
are 93.
Yeah, so 2 of the koshers are 94. One of them is 93, I believe.
2 things.
No, I'm sorry. I'm thinking of the old charter. My mistake.
That thing's getting too hot. Just to throw a monkey in the wrench. Anybody getting dill?
I am not, but I haven't taken a sip of that in mind.
I can see what you're saying on the nose a little bit, but I think that leans more kind of that must thing. And I definitely don't get it on the palate.
Man. All right, what are you guys comfortable? Well, okay, here's the thing. Let's hang on. Here's the thing. Oh, that was a subscription. Oh. So here's the thing. If me and Bill actually just talked about this point yesterday, Bill, if it's not age stated, then we can guess whatever we want, but we don't get points and Bill doesn't get points. So he can include non-age stated things if he so chooses to.
That's right. Non-age stated stuff is completely fair game. You still have to guess an age.
Right.
But when we go to the reveal, that would just be a wash. Nobody can get points.
Right.
Unless there's an age statement on the bottle. But yes, they're fair.
I mean, I'm not thinking anything more than 7 or 8 years old.
I think you're dead right. Yeah.
Me too.
I would be fine saying 7.
And proof, I'm liking,
95.
Yeah, 95. Low 95-ish.
95 covers us if for some reason we're coming off of that 107 proof malt and it's a little higher than we think it is, but it also covers us if we're lower too. And CYPB is 95 and Weller Single Barrel's 98, I believe. And I don't think it's 98.
I don't either.
95 would still give us
CYPB
3
95.
points.
That's confirmed.
I'm good with that.
You guys want to go 8 years, 95 proof?
Yes.
Okay. Writing it down.
Yeah.
8 years,
Bourbon.
95 proof. Okay.
Bourbon.
I think so.
Famous last words.
Yeah. If it's not bourbon, we're shutting the stream down.
Yeah.
Bourbon
table
finished.
over
No.
I don't think it's finished. Yeah.
I don't
Kentucky.
think it's finished.
Kentucky.
Well, yeah.
And then do we want to go Buffalo Trace?
Yeah, I mean,
Sure.
that's my vote.
Bottle. I beeline to CYPB, but I'm open to anything you guys have otherwise. I could see Lot B.
My vote
I don't
would
think it's
be
12 years though.
My vote would be CYPB. I said CYPB without you even putting that into the universe. So,
Michael, I know you haven't had CYPB, but how do you feel about that? So you've had Special Reserve. CYPB is like Special Reserve with like a little bit of like chocolatey, caramelly depth.
mm-hmm.
I could go there. It's been a while since I've had Special Reserve. There's a bottle up there, but yeah. I'll defer to you guys for some bottles unless something really jumps out at me.
Yeah, the only thing that throws me off is like on a lot of the younger Buffalo Trace stuff, I get like a chewy sweet tarts thing, and I'm not quite getting it on this, but I do remember CYPB not being as much in that vein. So I'm fine with the bottle guess CYPB.
Mm-hmm. And why I lean CYPB over Lot B is I always get a blackberry with powdered sugar on it. And I get that also with Weller 12, but on the Lot B, it's just a little bit more rich, a little bit more caramel, a little bit more dense, even though it's the same proof as like Weller 12. Essentially, I think it's 0.2% off. And I don't get that on this. And that's what steers me to the CYPB.
Jeffrey said it's Malort. That's hilarious. Travis said Daniel Weller. It's not Daniel Weller. Daniel Weller has a funk to it that almost tastes borderline crafty. And it is Daniel Weller's it's a whole different experience. All right.
Expensive experience.
Yeah, it is. I think we're good. Buffalo Trace, CYPB. Let's
All
go.
right.
Cool.
So I wrote down 8-year 95 proof bourbon Kentucky Buffalo Trace CYPB. Did you say finished or not finished? I didn't. If you did, I didn't hear it.
Not
Yeah,
finished.
not finished.
Not finished. I thought so, but I didn't hear it. I just wanted to make sure. Okay, so you guessed 8 years. That is 3 points for me.
Walk it all.
You guessed 95 proof. That is 3 points for you, but 2 points for me. You guessed bourbon. That is 2 points for you.
Thank goodness.
You guessed Kentucky. I'm sorry, not finished, which is also 2 points for you. You guessed Kentucky. Or no, did I just do that?
No. Yeah,
No.
you got to do state.
Run it again.
Kentucky, 2 points for you.
Yeah.
And Buffalo Trace, 2 points for you. Bonus points.
Oh.
It is not CYPB.
Is it Lot B?
It is Lot B.
Dadgummit. Oh,
So close.
man,
so
it's
close.
crazy that it doesn't present old.
So how old is that?
12. It's 12 years.
12 years.
12 years, 90.4 proof.
90.4. Okay.
Damn,
I
I wanted to say 90, and then I even threw out the lot B too. That would have been good. Damn it.
I think
Sorry.
we psyched ourselves out because we just came off of 107 proof and then went down to 90. So it's like it can't
Yeah.
be 90. Like, yeah, really
I
interesting.
I run the other way from this kind of stuff because I don't want to pay and I don't want to hunt. So I really delve into other stuff rather than the Buffalo Traces and all that other stuff that is so coveted.
So I appreciate that. Aaron said
Man, our point swing would have been massive if we committed to that freaking.
You're in the lead now, though. You're winning 17-13.
We are. I'm curious because Aaron said she liked the Parkers better than Lot B. I'm sure you can get a Parkers for cheaper than you can get a Lot B for. Michael, that was your first time having Lot B, correct?
Yeah.
What'd you think about it?
And again, I mean, I've had some Pappies, I've had Wellers, and I'm not impressed.
Yeah.
So why am I going to go? Yeah, why am I going to go fight for that stuff if it doesn't move me as much as a Russell's 15 or whatever else?
I have it right down there.
And then I had this thought too. I thought, given what it took to be part of this live stream, starting off with a special MGP release and then moving on to a special Heaven Hell release, and then moving on to, I kind of thought it'd be a little bit unlikely that we would go to a downgraded Buffalo Trace. I kind of feel like we're going to be dealing with LEs.
Yeah,
we're tracking on that. Yeah,
I was really wanting to hedge. I was really wanting to hedge Lot B, but that's okay. That's all right.
Okay. Hey,
what were you saying, Bill?
I was just gonna say I've got all the Van Winkles. I've got at least one of every year, every varietal. This is my least favorite by far. I'm not a Lot B fan.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
I really do enjoy it for just like, here's the problem. I think back in like a few years ago, pre crazy hype and everything, it was a $70 bottle. And if I could have got it at $70 for like an elevated easy sipper while I'm watching a football game, that I just want something that's better than Special Reserve to drink in the background, I would get that for sure. But for the madness that has ensued in recent years, I'm out. Oh my goodness, Scott! Look at this comment. Scott says, "Lot B12, the best $100 bottle that $1,000 can buy."
Luckily, I have not paid that for any of them, and I wouldn't do it. But yeah, that one's pretty mediocre.
Yeah, Old Rip. I mean, takes it over Lobby any day for sure for me. All right.
Fairly proofy too.
All right. Sample C.
We've already tasted it, and I love it.
You've tasted it. I've smelled
tasted it, and I love it. I want more.
I do love the nose of Sample C.
And it smells like something Ron Burgundy would really like.
We just have to figure out if it's, well, I don't want to say too much. I want you guys to talk. I'm excited about Sample C.
It's so good.
This is a single malt if I've ever smelled a single malt.
I think it might be more than just that. I think
is it Irish or single malt?
I think it's.
Well, I'm referring, I guess, to the recipe of being not corn based or rye.
Or Irish or Scotch.
Is a Scotch always a single malt?
Most. I mean, not always, but most.
No, because there are blendeds.
They're blended. There's grain whiskey.
Okay, I think it's a Scotch.
But single malt means coming from one distillery. I think the recipe and where it comes from is still, the grain base is still malted barley.
But keep in mind for this competition, it has to be a type on the sheet I gave you.
Right.
Which is Scotch.
If it is not on the sheet, it's not an available option. I mean, you can pick something that's not on the sheet, but you're just giving me points.
Right. No, there's an American malt or a Scotch, and I don't think it's American malt.
So for chat, there is also, so here's our types. This is not bourbon rye or corn whiskey, I don't think. American malt, Irish, Scotch, Canadian, or other international. So we've got to be.
That's Scotch or that is Japanese, and I would not be the person to give any kind of input on either of them.
just
Michael,
know that I like it.
I want to know what you think about this pour. Because I know you dabble in quite a few different types of whiskey. Oh, you're muted.
You're muted.
Sorry, I was being. Yes, I love it so far, but I mean, it's not dark like a sherry finish. It could have a little bit of sherry in it.
It tastes kind of sherry finish to me. I'll just say that this is a beautiful whiskey. This tastes absolutely lovely. Aged in oak is in for 25 for 5 entries. Thank you so much.
Got you, boo.
And by the way, go ahead while we're getting accustomed to sample C here, and we are taking quite a change of pace here. I'll go ahead and mention the ticker that if you're tuning in right now.
Ticker, I just met her.
All right.
That's good. I like that. That was good.
That was really good. We're going to have 2 winners tonight, and we're giving away 2 1-ounce sample flights of some of our favorite pours of 2024, which are going to be Russell's 15. It's going to be Coy Hill Barrel House 8. This particular one is 127.7 proof. Bardstown Discovery Series 12. One of the best Jack Daniel's single barrel picks of barrel proof rye that we got this year from a local store, and our Nashville Barrel Company Sunday brunch pick, which went gangbusters in the charity auction back in October because people have tried this and they know how good it is, and it's very good. So we're going to have 2 of those flights going out to 2 people. We'll randomize at the end and draw some winners for that. And again, that link is pinned in chat or at the top of the video description below. And it's just a fun way for us to share our whiskey. We wish we could share it with everybody, but this is a fun way for us to share it with some people, and it helps support the channel. And we really, really, really appreciate it, guys. So that'll go down at, by the way, at the hour and 50-minute mark on this stream. If you're watching this after the fact, you don't have to be present to win. But yeah.
So that will be
9:50 our time.
Our time, Central Time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
They don't know some of them might not know what time zone is our time.
Correct.
Central Time.
Scott asked if it's peated or not.
Not peated.
I don't think this is peated. It's got that.
I don't think Bill owns a peated scotch.
Yeah. Well,
actually, I do.
He does.
Wow.
It's got that.
I have a question. How far off would this be from like a Yama 18?
Now here's
this is not my realm. So
what?
Ooh. Japanese.
Bill does have some Japanese whiskey, and he also has
but Japanese is not on there. Other international.
Who did that thing? Wasn't there Yamazaki and a collaboration with, like, was it Beam or somebody?
Well, they are Beam Centauri, so it would make sense.
Yeah, Centauri.
Shoot,
well,
I can't even remember what that bottle was called. This feels more firmly planted in either Scotch or Japanese whiskey.
I could agree with that.
Yeah, my guess would be Yama 18, but I'm not versed in the slightest about Scotch.
If it's Scotch, it's got to be a Highland. I'm also kind of leaning maybe blended because there's a little bit of vanilla, a little bit of brittleness, which would lead me to think more column still. It's not pot still.
Doubt it, yeah.
Shoot, I will say this is very good whiskey.
Yeah, it's very good.
This is very good.
Yeah.
Shoot, I really wish I had cataloged more mental information about that. Michael, you're dead on. There was some kind of Beam Centauri collab. So what's that pour that they've got? Legion? That's
Chris,
like the shelfer?
Chris just put that in the chat. Chris Procopia.
Yeah, the Legion Yamazaki. It's like an elevated version of that. And I know I can't help but say this because I know Bill. I know he has that bottle. I don't know if he has Yamazaki 18 or not. I don't know what the proof on Legion is though.
But Bill doesn't tell all his purchases to you, does he? I'm sure he's got stuff you don't know.
I have a link. Well,
probably started to hide stuff from you since he.
Josh has access to my database.
Yeah, I do. So if he puts it in the database, then I can see it.
Well, as you know, my
Because we
database
have
is
seen it.
But
I
also,
keep it pretty up to date.
to be fair, because we do competitions like this, I do not go look at it and scout information. I'm not stealing signals from the sidelines.
All right, proof is going to be no higher than 46. It's got to be lower, but it's a fairly substantial single malt. So I would guess around 46.
Which makes that what proof?
92. Yeah, I don't mind that. I mean, yeah,
There's some spice there to it. I was getting
that'd
a
be
little
90.
higher.
Well, it's the way it comes. I could even
Finished,
go,
I'd go
Yeah,
finished, yes.
yeah, I'd say finish, yes. Austin, are you good with that?
I'm good with whatever you guys say on this. I want to put it out there before my not knowing. My guess is Yama 18.
Okay, I like that. I like that. I wish I knew the proof on that. Do we want to hedge at all on proof here? Yeah, like 46 sounds right because that's like high. That's like really good international whiskey tends to be 46%. But like, do we want to hedge maybe up a little to 48, like a 94 proofer, or do we want to go 92?
What would be worth?
No.
No, I would hedge down.
If it ain't,
or be like,
yeah, if it's going to be 48 or below, unless you're jumping up into the SMWS realm, where they put out cast strength, and it's definitely not cast strength.
Yeah. I wish I knew what that Legion Yamazaki was. I'm down with 92 proof if you guys are good with that. I don't know that we need to go lower than that.
40s.
Chris, I will fight you when you come over to my house to drink. I will get you scotches that'll change your mind.
Chris says Scotch is all nasty 80 proof. Fight me, dude. There's so many good.
You see,
Chris, are you a Northern
right
California person? Or you can come visit me. I'm pretty close to Michael.
Yeah,
Chris.
Yeah, Chris is about 20 minutes from, or 10 minutes from my house.
Oh, and then if any other SAC people who I was hitting up before this are here, throw it out there. Let me know.
There you go.
Oh, you
Matt
are
says,
really close to me.
Right. Yep. Yeah, we're real close.
You guys could have streamed together. Matt's saying, what about the baby blue bottle? That's
No.
That is higher proof than this for sure.
No, it's not Jack Daniels.
Not that single.
Okay, so do we know? What do we think it's Japanese, or do we think it's Scotch?
I mean,
that's hard.
Okay, it's almost impossible to pick between
impossible or impossible.
Impossible to differentiate some Scotch and Japanese whiskey.
Some of it, yeah.
And
Bill's a master of deception.
He is. Odds-on favorite are to say that it is Scotch rather than Japanese.
I think he thought we're going to say Scotch, so probably is Japanese.
And Michael, I'm with you. I do think if this is Scotch, it's probably Highlands. It's not Speyside. It's not Isla. Highlands feels right, but I don't like I mean, Austin is on the Yama. I like the Japanese. I like the other international.
I don't think Isla at all. I don't think the peat influence is that heavy.
It's Highland if anything. But here's another curveball for you guys. And I haven't had it in about a year. Cavalon.
Bill just put a Cavalon in a blind flight challenge for us. And I don't think he would do it twice.
But he might.
But also, I think Bill is devious enough to absolutely put it in.
To see if you picked up on it.
Yeah, and that's Taiwanese, which other international would cover us under that.
Mm-hmm.
That's true. We could just say other international, or other internation, as it's written on the sheet.
Bill, why are you furrowing brows?
He doesn't want us to say.
Do we have to cover the other?
You said I put Cavalon in a flight. I did send it to Jason Kalori for his advent calendar, but I don't think
I think that's what we're talking about.
That's what I was thinking about. Yeah, that was what I was thinking about.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of too.
Yeah.
I mean, just because of the real plums and dark, real stupid.
Dude, I'm almost getting like a maple syrup thing on this thing now.
Hey, let's make a decision. Crazy. I think it's other international.
Sorry, I'm really excited about this.
I think that's
we're going to go for 3 hours, Aaron.
I know.
So.
Yeah, somebody's got to keep this shit going.
Are we good with other international?
Grandma's got to go to bed.
I am.
I am.
All right. Other international.
All right.
And we said,
Yeah.
are we going 92 proof, or do you guys want to go down from that?
I'm good with
92 would
that.
be for
46%.
yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
No, I would say no higher.
Gunny J, I got your super chat. Thank you.
Gunny, thank you so much, man.
Age.
Oh, that's tough.
I think the that
I mean, most are
Kevlon
going
was
to be.
like what, 8 years, or it was 8 to 12. I think
Well, most
15
are
with
gonna be-
hedge.
Yeah, most are going to be 12, right? Though, right? Yamazaki and all that stuff.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah, but I was thinking the Yama 18. So I don't know. I think
this to me is definitely feeling more in that like 15 to 18 range. Maybe even like that 18 to 21 range.
I like the 18 personally.
I feel like we're gonna
There's not that much oak on it.
lose. Oh, there is on the finish, and you got to think about international whiskey and the way the oak comes through. It comes through melded into the profile so much more cohesively,
Right.
like a standout.
Right. They're using aged or already used barrels, and
Okay.
then the climate is nowhere near as intense as Kentucky, Texas,
Well,
other American
Taiwan
ones. So
is,
it's like
but
the color won't come through, the age won't come through. That like
Taiwan is extreme, but Japan is not.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Taiwan and India, you're going to get a lot of heat influence, and that's where we might shoot ourselves in the foot, because if it's anything like that, we're going to go high on age and it's going to be
Could be.
low. But this feels really well
could be,
integrated.
but I also just psychologically thinking I don't see Bill sending the same sample to 2 different channels.
Yeah,
I do.
Bill seems like he's smiling over
I
there.
do. I see Bill doing
I'm
that.
not saying a
Very well.
word.
No, I think
Well,
I think Bill's too intentional for that.
All right, what do you guys feel like on age? Look, I will
I like
defer
the
to y'all.
18. I like 15.
Michael, what do you think? You good with 18? You feel strongly a different direction?
I think 18 is too high, but
The more I sip it, the more oak I'm getting on the finish.
okay.
Like it's just lingering oak.
Okay.
I'll defer to 18.
Okay, so we're going 18.
18. Finished or not finished?
No. Or excuse me, yes.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I think, state
American
and country.
oak and then cherry.
Let's forget state.
Now
Yeah.
remember, with finished, it means a secondary barreling. It doesn't mean used barrels, because all
Right.
So we're clear.
So if it was
Like they started in oak and
It's a
then
trap.
finished in
It's a trap.
cherry.
Don't-
All Scotch
It's a trap.
and Irish whiskey is in used barrels. That's not being finished. That's
Right.
Right.
It has to be in a
That's
secondary.
first
Right.
fill or second fill or
right,
but
if it
many,
was like
but many when you I mean this was light enough where I'm thinking it started in American oak, used American oak, but then the taste leads me to believe that they put it in sherry at some point. But it's
Right.
not very
Guys.
dark for sherry though.
Finished or not finished? I just want to make sure we were
Guys,
clear on the
it's-
definition of it.
It's poker talk. He's trying to get on our heads. He's trying to put that out there.
I know.
Don't buy it.
Go with your gut.
I know.
Say finish. You guys think finish, say finish.
I think we stick
Right.
with our gut.
Finish.
I'm 100% with you, Michael. I think this was
Yeah.
aged in ex bourbon and sherry.
Very good. State or a country of distillation.
Shoot, this is gonna be tough. By the way, I've got half of every sample left. I'm gonna drain this sample trying to figure it out.
Yeah, same here.
All right, country. Forget state. Country of distillation. Do we want to say Scotland, Japan, Taiwan?
I don't think it's.
You mean hedge our bet from we're saying other international, but then say Scotland?
I like the hedge, and also you're playing the odds. I mean, most things are from Scotland, so
2 points, 2 points.
I swear on everything. If this is Irish, I'm shutting the stream down.
No, I don't think it's Irish.
JG says state of confusion.
Yeah, that's correct. State of confusion. That's where we're at. Oh, customers drinking some Octomore. There we go. Nice.
I'm gonna kick myself in the butt.
All
there
right,
this morning.
2 more
All
pours
right,
to get
we
through,
do.
so let's.
We're gonna get them.
I see Brandon's in the chat. He would love the Octomore. He drank it with you, Josh.
Yeah, we drank some
I
Octomore
had
together.
some Octomore a couple of weeks ago down in Texas, and it was lovely.
Awful.
Lovely.
All right.
All right. I'll go with
state or country of distillation.
I'll go with whatever you guys want to here. I think Scotland's probably the smart play on hedge, but I don't mind going, pushing all the chips in one direction or another if you want to go other international. Michael, you mentioned the hedge. You feel good about that?
I say Scotland because I'm not 100% sure if it's actually international.
Okay. Austin, you feel good about the hedge?
I mean, I want to go all in on Japanese, but like I said, I'll defer to whatever you guys want on this one because it's not my realm.
We're only up by one.
Japanese or Scotland?
You're up by 4.
What if
we're up by 4?
17-13.
What if we hedge here and then on the bonus, Bill doesn't get those points if we miss? What if we guess on the Japan side?
Sure.
Okay, so let's go state or country Scotland.
Okay, Scotland. And then we need your distillery and bottle.
You guys want to go with that Legion Yamazaki? Or do you want to go straight up?
Somebody said it wasn't Legion.
It's not regular Legion, but it could be that. It could be that Legion Yamazaki. I think that's an 18-year, which would fit. It fits the profile.
Yeah, I like that.
I only say that because I don't think Bill has Yamazaki 18, but I could be wrong. Watch him pull it.
Look, it's a beanie, but it's not done yet.
All the heat is going to go. It's not closed at the top.
It's just.
I know. I'm not done with it yet.
Right now, it's a headband.
Right now, it's a little headband.
It's a very warm headband.
Why is Dave being mean to you, Josh?
Josh and I have the same head size.
We do.
Which means he has a small head or I have a big head.
You have a big head.
I have a very large cranium.
Yeah.
Joshua, why is Renstrom being mean to you?
What's he saying?
Because
Josh is a broken record.
Yeah. 3-4 shutting the stream down. Yeah, this is usually where I start to get into castle strength. Although luckily
we got 2 more to go. So
Bill didn't hit us over the head with 150 proofer last time.
We have 2 more to go.
All right, so we're going 18 years, 92 proof.
Yep.
International, not Scotland or Ireland. It is finished. We're hedging and saying the country of distillation is Scotland, and we're going with Legion Yamazaki, which would be the Yamazaki distillery. That's like the bottlers, Suntory, Hibiki. I don't know how you want to play that, Bill. Like if we say Legion Yamazaki, you know the distillery we're talking about, right?
Yes.
Yamazaki's the distillery.
Yeah, Yamazaki. So
I didn't think about like the special Hibiki stuff though. That's a good point.
I don't think Bill's got a lot of Hibiki stuff.
All right.
And every Hibiki I've had is very floral and lighter.
Agreed.
We ready?
We're ready.
Yes, sir.
All right. Your guess was 18 years old. That's 3 points for me.
Oh.
Dang.
Your guess was 92 proof. That's 2 points for you, but it's 3 points for me.
What was it proof?
You guessed other international. That is 2 points for you. That is correct.
Nice.
You guessed that it's finished. That is 2 points for me. It is.
Dang.
You guessed that it was distilled in Scotland. That is 2 points for me.
It's that freaking Cavalon.
He did it. He
You
did.
guessed Legion Yamazaki. It is neither what you were drinking. Hibiki 21.
Hibiki.
Heck gummit.
He does have Hibiki in there. Nice.
Proof.
That's delicious whiskey.
That's so good.
It's so good.
What is the proof on that?
This is 86 proof, 21 years.
86 proof. Wow.
That's so much flavor for 86 proof. For
How many years? Or 21.
It's 21.
Duh. And you're saying it wasn't finished, so it
It
was
is
all
not finished.
all
There is
bourbon.
no reference to a finishing on the bottle at all.
It could have been a type of thing where they age it in X bourbon and X sherry and then do the blending after the fact to marry the flavors, but they don't do like a secondary finishing necessarily on it. That is really good, man.
I'm sorry, I don't believe that.
I'm surprised you
the
didn't
next
remember
one
I got
is,
that bottle, Josh. That was
D is good.
Man, that freaking Hibiki. If you guys didn't know, I have such a huge affinity for Hibiki. Hibiki Harmony was the first neat pour I ever tried where I really got opened up to flavors in whiskey rather than just like drinking it. You know, I was like, oh man, this stuff is amazing.
I remember
And then,
that.
yeah,
I witnessed that.
It was with you. Yeah.
It was with me.
All right. Sample D.
so the score is now I'm up by 2. It is 23-21.
Dang it.
Score.
Mark called it right before the reveal. Says it's got to be the Hibiki 21.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's very good. Mark, I know you've been over to Bill's. Have you tried Hibiki 21? And did you like it? I'm curious.
He was just here. Like,
I know.
Yeah.
But did he try that?
And the funny thing is Brandon was here too, and he actually posted in the Discord the night because he got stuck here when I left for vacation. He had the run of the basement by himself, and he posted in the Discord about drinking this bottle.
It's very good.
Yes, Justin.
Justin said Erin's dying. She
You
would
are
have
I knew
correct.
it. I knew it. 21 is a blended whiskey, so it's grain and single malt. I knew
Really?
I knew I tasted that.
What's
Wow.
it? Blended what?
grain and single malt.
Oh, okay.
I knew I tasted that. Sorry.
This has to be the new Coy Hill. It's got to be.
It's dark. It's very dark. I don't know if it's that dark.
It's a black. Bill, that's the black label.
The Hibiki 21? Yeah.
Yeah.
Josh, if
I'm
you want
sorry.
to zoom in on that?
Oh yeah, sorry. I'm in another world here.
And it came in a box that has like purple on it and stuff.
I think so. The box.
Yeah, it says it's a trio of ex bourbon, ex sherry, and Mizunara. So they probably took a blend, or they took whiskeys from each, and then, like Josh said, they put them together and blended it. So it wasn't a true finish.
Yeah,
but it was a blended whiskey. Damn it! I knew it was a blended whiskey.
Don't beat yourself up about it.
That's all right. We're gonna get him on this one, guys. On the nose
I
alone,
think this is the new Coy Hill.
I'm not mad at it on the nose alone. I think it would be
the nose, the palate. You don't get the proof of the 21 Coy Hill. Certainly not the proof of the small batch Coy Hill. You get a little bit of that red fruit. You get a little bit of that nuttiness. I mean,
I feel like
a lot of money.
Bill,
like
a lot of money now.
Bill knows I love Coy Hill, and it would be really ballsy of him to put a Coy Hill in here.
If this is a Coy Hill, this will be the first Coy Hill I've ever had in my life.
This doesn't hit me as hot as some of the Coy Hill stuff.
But the 2024 releases are lower proof, and I know Bill has one, but I don't know.
Hold on, this is really good.
I mean, it literally looks, the way the legs are running down the glass, it looks crazy, like a sheet of oil.
So I know you're not a female, but did you have friends that were female that had like smelly erasers? Like they kind of smelled like fruit.
Oh yeah, like the scented erasers.
Mm-hmm,
yeah.
A scented eraser.
An euphemism?
No. Scented erasers.
Oh, scented erasers.
Scented erasers. This is what it tastes like. There's some rubber, but also like a fruit flavor. It's like a scented eraser.
Right.
And I mean that in like the best possible way.
Okay.
That means I like it.
I think that's the Tennessee nuttiness mixed with the fruit that Coy Hill can bring. That's my guess. I mean, if it's not that, I don't. It's not as
Proofy.
dark or rich as like a King Kentucky. I get a tiniest bit of the coffee on there, but like the proof's not. I just don't think that's King Kentucky. Maybe it's this year's.
No, I'm getting your.
It tastes like 120 something proof.
Yeah, it's in the 120s for sure. I feel like. I don't know.
I put 120. I put 125.
I was saying 124.
I'm in that realm. Michael, what do you think about on proof here?
Well, I'm still stiffing it, but I'm getting like earth and light banana and.
I got earthiness on the nose too.
I'm getting a really savory note on this. The more I smell it, I don't know if that's psyching myself out.
I'm like you, Josh. I mean, I can get a good whiskey and sit there and I could sniff for a half an hour before I ever took a taste of it. It's like a good bottle of red wine. You sit there and sniff it for 20 minutes.
That's a good point. Yep. I'm the same way with wine and whiskey.
Don't tease me with the good
Hey,
red
Mike,
wine.
you're close to me. Have you ever been to a Jacuzzi Winery in Sonoma?
No, I don't know if I'd like the bubbles though.
No, it's not.
Jacuzzi.
It's not
Kidding.
bubble.
Jacuzzi.
What's that?
Jacuzzi.
What's that?
Kidding.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Jacuzzi.
That's clever. I like that.
No, I have
I
not.
was-
I mean, I'm in Fairfield. We like to call it Lower Green Valley. So we've got a couple just wineries right up here in Sassoon Valley, and then of course I grew up in Napa. And then I'll tell you what, if I'm going to go wine tasting, I really love going over to Sonoma Valley.
Yeah, so Jacuzzi's in Sonoma. It's owned and directly across the street from Klein. Their club membership is the best club membership of any of them that I've seen. So just check them out. I got a box yesterday from them.
So Carlos, I got your super chat. Thank you.
Yep, Carlos, we got you. Thank you so much. Got you in for an entry. Chris says, tough to get Cohill where I am, at least without burning a paycheck. And I think we are all in that boat.
Yeah.
Chris also said, Erin's notes are always so entertaining. Oh, her notes are the best. That's literally why we started the channel, is I would take a pour down. I'd pour something, go down to our hangout area in the house, and I'd hand it to her to sip it. And she would be like, oh, this tastes like the rocking chair in front of a Cracker Barrel. And I was like, I'm watching a lot of Whiskey Tube, and nobody is saying the stuff that you're saying. I think we can do something with this.
My sister-in-law is really good at that. She'll be like, oh, this tastes like a Band-Aid, or this tastes like just with any kind of food thing. And she's very specific about it. And I think lady folk in general have a really good ability to pick up some of those things that maybe we're not as good about.
I think we're just not trying so hard. And I think people that are super into it try pretty hard to get the thing.
Hang on.
Hang on. No, listen, let me finish.
Okay.
And I just drink something, and then if I get a mental picture, I just say it. And I don't worry about if I'm supposed to say it or not.
I think we gentlemen folk do appreciate or approach things from a little bit more of an analytical angle. Whereas you're just kind of a little bit more sensory, and it's like sensory and memory, and you're like, oh, this is like that thing, whatever.
But you have senses and memory.
This tastes like that shoe that I licked when I was 5 years old or whatever. It's like, oh, okay.
But now I come into it backwards like Erin, because I'm not good at sitting there and going, oh, I taste caramel and heather and all this other stuff. I will defer. What does this remind me of? What is sensory sense memory am I getting?
Yeah.
And then back into it again. Okay, why am I getting that sense memory?
Yeah.
That's how I have to do it, because my palate is not stellar compared to some people.
But see,
I remember one of my old.
I want to say you don't have to say your palate isn't stellar because you're not getting notes. You're not saying notes like other people are saying notes. That doesn't mean your palate's not stellar, Michael. That just means you're approaching it from a different way. So don't discredit yourself by saying that your palate's not stellar because you approach it differently than some people do.
Oh, I don't discredit myself. Trust me, I have a huge ego.
Well, good. Keep it that way. Don't say your palate's not stellar. That's all.
Steve hit on it. Yep. Smells the strongest memory.
In my college days, I saw something with one of my psych classes where they were talking about women have a better ability to detect and perceive nose and taste on things. And so I think that like with my mother or my sister-in-law, that's like a thing. And maybe Aaron, like being able to call things out and directly relate it to past experiences. I think there's something to that, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Okay, to get us a little bit back on track.
Yeah. Thank
Yeah,
you.
I will agree with your Tennessee because I am not getting anything that jumps out at me that would normally be Kentucky.
This is very interesting because
I don't think it's high proof.
I'm gonna tell you guys this right now. I'm gonna defer to both of y'all on this. And I'm going to kick myself for saying what I'm about to say. If this is Coy Hill, there have been very few bottles that are like in that stratosphere of crazy whiskey that I've had more of than Coy Hill. I don't think I've had more of. We're here in Nashville. Like, I've made it a mission to taste a lot of Coy Hill. I'm not sure this is that. Even like the lower proof Barrel House 8s. I have an inkling of what this might be, but the problem is I'm going against the grain on you guys.
No, so like I get that. The issue I have is it's hanging out in the chest, which brings me back to the proof. Because we're kind of coming off of a lower proof, but it's hanging out, so I don't know.
What do you think it is? If you don't think it's Coy Hill. I mean, this is an open forum.
Yeah, I don't think it is what I think it is.
That's like super lip funk.
I don't think it is what I think it is.
Only that is a Joshism if I've ever heard one. I don't think it is. I don't think
what
it
I
is
think
what
it is.
Yeah.
There's the thing that could be Coy Hillish about it is that it kind of had like it has this like a little bit of like this evaporative drying sensation on it. And there's like this, I feel you on, and here's the thing too, they're single barrels. So also Bill has some Coy Hill and some lower proof 120 something proof Coy Hills, but like it's got that kind of evaporative woodiness to it, but it's a little bit more woody than that and a little bit more Austin, to your point earlier, quite a bit earlier, there is a nuttiness there that's coming through.
Mm-hmm.
So what is it reminding you of that you don't think it is, but you might think it is?
It like I don't know, like I feel like I'm down like an Heaven Hill 18 road on this thing.
Oh,
and that's
I'd have to crawl over
that's
a
a wrench. I know
I've got a Heaven Hill 18 that's about 2/3 empty. I always get this melted popsicle with a popsicle stick on the Heaven Hill 18. This is very, very different profile from that.
Okay.
We drink about almost a full bottle of it.
I've only had it a couple times, but it's leaning in that Heaven Hill vein, but I don't know of anything that would fit that's there. That's why I said this is not what I think this is. It's not what I think it is.
Well, shall we start saying what we think it might be?
The chat's going crazy. Silent Hill. Hills have eyes. Hill to die on. Hill or high water.
That's all.
All right.
All right. How about we produce some answers because we still got one more after this.
Yeah, right. And we have to end the giveaway in 15 minutes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's only 7:30 here.
Welcome to West Coasters.
All right, let's drill down here.
Travis.
Age. Is this older than 10 years?
Travis said it's Dickel 8 year.
No, you mean Dickel 9 year?
Meaning Dickel 9 year.
I wrote 10 year.
That's where my
I don't know
head's
what the new
at.
Coy Hills are.
They're 10 or 11 years.
I think this has a little bit of age on it.
You want to go up 12?
I would go 12.
If it is the new Coy Hill, they're non-age stated, so we're not going to lose points by saying 12.
Why don't you head in the middle and go 11?
You guys want to meet in the middle and go 11?
The more whiskey I have, the more strongly I feel.
You feeling strongly at 12?
I mean, yeah, I don't think it's more than 10, but I mean, again, you guys have a lot of experience also, so
I'm good at 10.
I'm good at 10. That's what I wrote. I wrote 10.
All right, 10. Proof.
10.
124. That's what
I don't think Michael's that high. I'm with you up there, but I don't think Michael's that high.
What are you
I
feeling,
wrote
Mike?
125. So I'm good with that. 124.
Michael, what are you feeling?
It really doesn't hit the palate very hard, but the finish, like to Austin's point earlier, it really gets you right down in the chest.
Well, see, the thing is, the quality bourbon that has good high proof can fool the crap out of you.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I'll go 125. I don't think it's any higher than that.
All right. 125 it is.
125.
That's what you had, right, Austin?
I think 124.
That's what I wrote. But I'm good with the 124 too, though. I mean, almost negligible at that point.
Yeah, it is.
That's fine.
Whiskey type.
I think it's bourbon.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I'm not catching any rye, so.
Yeah, and Tennessee whiskey's not on the list. So if we say bourbon, I mean, we all know Jack Daniels is bourbon. So
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
And I'll fight anybody
it's
that
still-
wants to say
except
Tennessee
for the rye.
whiskey isn't bourbon. It matches.
It qualifies.
the bourbon.
Tennessee whiskey qualifies as bourbon.
yeah.
Tennessee
Yep.
whiskey is marketing.
Yes.
Yep.
Even the
So-
guy Jack Daniels said that to us.
All right. Okay. Is this finished? Yes or no?
Are you saying
No.
bourbon? Just to be-
Bourbon. Yep.
bourbon.
I think
Okay.
so. Although the corn whiskey did enter my mind because
Not
it's
sweet enough, I
really
don't think.
sweet.
Mm-mm. Oh.
I don't think it's sweet enough, though.
I'm good with bourbon. I'm good with bourbon.
Finished or not finished?
No.
Austin, you go with no?
Correct.
All right. Not finished. State or country of distillation?
The country of Tennessee.
yeah.
State of Lynchburg.
Wait, here is a position where we can hedge. We could
Not
say
Bickle.
a
Not
different
Bickle.
state. Michael's saying no hedge.
No, I mean, again, you guys have a lot more experience with a lot more stuff, probably, but it's just not jumping out as a Kentucky or an NGP, and definitely not Texas, and definitely not anything out here on the West Coast.
Mhm.
Let's go Tennessee. Let's go Jack Daniels Coy Hill. You guys good with that?
Might as well.
I like it.
If I swear on everything, if this is a light whiskey that's been
You're
finished,
gonna shut the screen
that's
down.
been finished in something.
It
No,
can't be
we'll
light
leave the stream
whiskey.
going.
I don't think it's light whiskey.
It
I'm
can't
out.
be light whiskey. That's not on the list of whiskey types.
Yeah,
Corn whiskey.
Oh, it could
I
be
don't-
corn whiskey.
I don't think it's corn whiskey.
Oh.
All right. So your guess on age was 10 years. That is 3 points for me.
Dadgummit, Bill.
Boom.
Sorry, family.
Watch it be like the still Austin castring.
Your
No, it's not still Austin.
proof, you guessed 125. That is 1 point for you. And 4 points for me.
Whoa.
Hydrate, fellas.
Whiskey type bourbon is 2 points for you. It is bourbon.
Thank goodness.
Finished, it is not. 2 points for you. State of distillation, you said Tennessee. That is 2 points for me.
Do it.
Makes the score 32 to 26. This is not Jack Daniels Coy Hill. In fact, this is a 4-year-old whiskey.
Fudge.
Texas whiskey. It's a Texas whiskey.
It feels
isn't
No.
really woody, and I was thinking Texas.
It is freaking
It's a
still Austin. It's a
Nancy
Nancy
Fraley.
Fraley pick.
That is a Nancy Fraley pick of Still Austin.
God bless America. I was just there less than a week ago.
I was getting that woodiness, that Texas woodiness. But that's a really good pick.
That is. It's a great pick.
Well,
That is
Nancy
a-
put her name on it.
That's a really good pick.
I can see why she did.
Yeah. And it's dark as the dickens. It's the darkest pour in this flight.
God
No, that
bless
one is.
America.
Mash and Drums. Did you send that one, Bill, to Mash and Drum where he put it at a much higher age than it was?
No, not this
For
one.
the
I
Advent?
did not. No.
What's the proof there, Bill?
115.33.
Yes, I didn't think it was that high.
So 4 years,
You did
115.
say, Michael, you did say you thought they were too high. You were right.
So it was 4 years old, 115, bourbon, not finished, Texas, still Austin, Nancy Fraley pig.
Correct.
I mean, still Austin really doesn't taste like Texas whiskey.
It
Or Iron Root.
Can.
It doesn't, but there's that woodiness
It
in there
can.
that I was detecting.
Yeah,
That-
I mean, you can get that.
It's so good.
It is a little bit of Coy Hill kind of has it in a different way, but like
So
I would
last
not have guessed
Friday I got that right there. I happened to be in Austin for a class, and I went out to the Tanninger pick or the Tanninger release. It's still Austin, and that's some yummy stuff.
If Nancy happens to catch this at some point, she'll be honored to know that one of her picks was being compared to Coy Hill.
Yeah.
It gave off that vibe.
I felt Texas woodiness, but I never would have thought still Austin. Like it seemed so much older. I thought 10 years old.
Yeah.
Right off the bat.
Yeah.
We have a 6 minutes before the giveaway cutoff. Do you want to say what it is again?
As we get into the last sample here, sample E, go ahead and let you guys know we have a giveaway going tonight, a little raffle situation. Lets us share some whiskey with y'all. Help support the channel. We really appreciate it. It's going to be 5 1-ounce samples of our favorite pours of 2024, which include Russell's 15, Coy Hill. Speaking of Coy Hill Barrel House 8, right there for you. Oh, wait, that's not the front of it. Coy Hill
Hey,
Barrel
guys.
House there for you. Well, they don't. It's like a printed label. It's not like a.
Hey guys,
Yee.
can you give me 30 seconds? My son just came home from college. I want to give him a hug, and I have to use the restroom.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
What up? Our favorite pick that we got this year of Jack Daniel's Single Barrel Barrel Proof Rye, Bardstown 12, Disco, and our barrel pick from National Barrel Company, Sunday Brunch. This thing is a bit legendary in the Stuff and Whiskey community. So those will be the 5 samples.
2 winners.
And I'm going to throw in samples of our Cedar Ridge barrel pick as well, which this is coming out tomorrow for our Patreon community. And if it works its way through that, it'll go public to all tiers. But this thing right here is so good. And I should upload the sticker for it. And I can do that very quickly if I just hop in here and grab it.
Oh,
So
that's that sticker?
Yeah. So our sticker for this is this. We call it. Wait, why is it not showing up?
It was really small in the corner.
Oh,
Because you put it in the logo.
I put it in the wrong section. Dadgummit. Okay, hang on.
Let me drink while you're doing this.
Yeah, you figure that. Here we go.
There you
Oh,
go.
that's really big.
Wait.
That was it.
But it's like full.
Oh,
No,
okay. It's not scaling. Why is it not
hey,
scaling?
Josh, are you cool if I run away for 1 second? I'll be back before my.
Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead. Forward overlay. Let's try this. That's not it either. Don't know what
Haven't you
that is.
shown stickers before?
Yeah, but it was in the old streaming software. So I'll pull up. We'll figure this out. We got this.
Thank you. Thank you.
All
Yep,
right.
No problem.
So Bill, so far, fantastic flight.
Yeah.
Can't say we're doing great, but it's been a lot of fun.
Well, the Still Austin was definitely a curveball, but it's definitely been fun, and it's close.
We're only 8 down.
You're down 6.
We can pull it off.
Yep, it's 32-26 if my math is right. You're down 6 points with 1 sample to go.
All right. What do you think on proof on this one?
I don't know, but I feel like it might be finished.
You think so?
Mhm.
Interesting.
I don't know about proof. I'm gonna need some time with it. 'Cause
We
I
are-
think it went
we
down
are-
the wrong pipe.
yeah, we are coming off of. I'm trying to do a little bit of. I want to show this sticker because I love it so much.
Who came up with that?
I got it. All credit goes to Zach Anderson and Chris Jobert from our Patreon community on this one. We came up with the idea, Marcus, and like we were talking about it as far as what the sticker should entail. And
then they made it happen.
Yeah, they made it happen. Let me apply that.
Oh, easy there, buddy.
Easy boy.
Throwing his nutcrackers around.
I like the.
I got him back.
All right, let me upload this new overlay here. I want to show the sticker for this pick, and I'm bound and determined to do it.
Yes, you are.
That was it. You just had it.
There we go. King of the Ridge, backyard barbecue. Oh, I got to turn off our ticker here.
I'll tell you what, those Cedar Ridge folk are really nice. I got to meet one of their reps down at the Bastards Ball in September, and they have some good stuff and really nice people.
Yeah, they're great people. They make really good whiskey. Like it's really impressive what they do. I mean, I don't think Iowa and think great whiskey, but they kill it.
They do a good job.
I don't think much good comes out of Iowa, right, Jay?
Just lots of corn. I mean, look, if you're thinking about Iowa, you're thinking about corn, and if you're thinking about bourbon, you're thinking about corn. So
the only thing I think about Iowa is JG.
Yeah, we think about JG a lot too over here.
Matt, I got your super chat.
Matt Deeroff in for 2 says one more little bump for you guys. This has been an awesome live stream. It's a fun game. The reveal along the way really does go a long way to keep it really interesting. You guys get to see how well or poorly we're doing.
Have you guys?
Right, so you got to make up 6. You got to make up 6 points to tie. You got to make up. You need 7 more than me to win.
Man, I just smelled Glass E, and I'm not feeling great, guys.
Neither am I.
Hopefully, you guys got something in the tank here.
I've got 3 in the tank, so it's very plum. There's cinnamon. Once you taste it, there's plum. It's cinnamon. It's not as clean as like Bowman Cast Strength 1. I don't know if the proof is there, but I'm almost thinking like that Seal Box 15, the Buffalo Trace contract distilled for Wild Turkey, or like a Russell's 15, but I don't really think Russell's 15 either. So
I'm not really getting bourbon.
It's interesting you say that, Michael, because I like the direction you're going with the Buffalo Turkey. However, I am getting a distinct mintiness here, and we haven't had a rye yet. And I feel like Bill would be the type to sneak a rye in here at the very end.
And the proof is up around 110, I'm guessing.
I would agree.
Erin's shaking her head saying she agrees.
I was even thinking like
it's got a candied sweetness, a candied
very
red sweetness.
Very sweet.
That those Buffalo Turkey barrels get, but also ryes get that too.
Also, it is cut off for the giveaway, so I don't know how you want to handle that.
Cut them off. Get the banner down.
Do you want to do the giveaway right now?
Yeah, why don't we figure this out?
Okay.
Oh man, that's good.
Hey, make sure you randomize the list 7 times because Whiskey Mountain loves when you do that.
Random isn't random? Is that what you're saying, Michael?
Yeah.
Well, we do a double randomization because we randomize the numbers as well. So once you give me the range,
I just love messing with Dr. Adriana. So
I feel very strongly that this is a rye whiskey.
I'm leaning that way, but
man, the issue is are you guys not getting that plum note?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm getting that.
Got the rye gal right there. So
she said rye.
All right, I'll agree.
I've been drinking a lot of rye lately.
Yeah, you have.
Which is not the
I remember when you used to proclaim you were not a rye guy.
I'm getting the rye now too. On the finish. That dill on the finish.
Yeah.
I'm getting it. I'm
Okay.
getting a mintiness on the nose, and I'm getting like a little bit of that like candied, like there's like a candied red flavor on it, and then a little bit of like spearminty sugariness and a little bit of dilliness.
But it's so sweet.
It's so
that
sweet.
It's gotta be a Kentucky rye. I mean, it's got to be a like you guys always talk about a bourbon drinker's rye.
All right, how many entries?
It's got to be. It's got to be a red wine finish too. I'm leaning finish on that heavy with that plum, red fruit.
Remember how I said I think it's finished?
I don't disagree with you there. However, when ryes get old, they can also just do that. It's kind of crazy how they do that, but they do that thing.
Yeah.
Quick, we're going to run the randomizer.
No,
So we've got
I think this is like, I think this is a little bit lower proof, but basically, whatever a Kentucky version of Midwinter's is.
Oh, good call, JG.
Lean in here. Let me get this in focus. So we got 1 to 63.
I'm picking 2 winners.
We're gonna pick 2 winners. Email us at stuffandwhiskey if you win. So the first one is number 40, and the second one is number 38. So there we go. We're close together.
Number 40 is let me say it. Don't
look at.
I think I spelled it wrong.
Hey,
Steve.
Scatcherd, yeah.
Steven.
Yeah.
Great. Let Aaron say that. Say that again, Aaron. I'm sorry.
I don't want to.
Steve S.
Steve S.
I do need to get me and Steve have been emailing.
Okay.
I need to get
S.
clarification. And number 38
let me say it
is also
and also Steve S.
Steve.
So Steve, I think we need to.
So here's the thing, real quick.
Would he like to
let me
donate
ask
one of his pours?
if Steve is in the chat, because he did win twice.
He is. He's there.
Steve, if you want one and want us to draw again for someone else, let us know. And if you want 2-ounce samples, that's totally okay too.
Mm-hmm.
Let us know.
Yeah.
So you can get a 2-ounce flight instead of a 1-ounce flight.
Also,
so,
you have
totally
you have to show what was it Travis? Somebody in the scroll up in the chat. JG said Steven is
JG almost made me spit water all over my screen.
Scroll up.
Steve said to
Travis.
pick somebody else.
Josh is pretty fly for a rye guy.
Thank you.
That was pretty good, Travis.
That's good.
I'm very impressed by that.
Steve caught the
good. I like that.
I think Josh just wiped lipstick off on his shirt. I've done that. I'm dying. Yeah, she uses this like.
No,
this
I've
lip
been
balm.
using your chapstick this whole night because it's right here. So
all right, Steve
don't
says,
don't be blaming me. I'm using your stuff. Boom.
Steve says, please pick someone else. So
Okay.
we'll go again. 51.
Okay.
And it's Steve. No, just kidding.
Let me say it. Don't you always like steal my thunder, and I don't like that. Jason Zell.
Jason Zell. All right, cool. Awesome, guys. Heck
All right.
yeah. So Steve and Jason. I have both you guys' emails, but also email me. But
Email him
I'll
because
remember.
Josh might forget. So if y'all can email him, that will be helpful.
I won't forget.
He might not forget, but he gets busy, so it'd be helpful.
Yeah, I'm not dealing with it tonight, and then that means tomorrow's a new day, and I may forget.
Once he sleeps, it's anyone's game. It's anyone's guess if you remember.
All right. Congratulations.
How about some answers on sample E?
I like the direction JG was going as far as Sagamore because it is so darn sweet. However, with it's our last pour, maybe getting into Bill's mind, real
That's
special
scary
kind of
place.
rye.
Scary place.
I know it is. Dark cobwebs and stuff. What, and again, I've never had it, so give me some LE ryes that could be this darn sweet.
Proof wise, what do we think we're at? That'll help narrow it down.
110. I agree with what Michael said earlier.
110?
Mm-hmm. Maybe slightly lower. Maybe,
Yeah, I'm at
but not much.
100 to 110.
I'm going with 110. I'll fight you for it.
Yeah, like I think it's
happy rye.
like
That's
somewhere.
right, Chris.
I'm fine with 110. Whatever it's good, whatever it is, it's really freaking good.
All right, so we're doing 110.
Yeah.
All right.
What? So my thought is, what is trying to be midwinters that's not midwinters from Kentucky or even Indiana?
I don't think this is port finished.
It's sweet, but I don't know if it's.
I think
that
that's where we
sweet.
get. I think that's where that plum comes in.
I don't want to pull too much from the chat. It's not Van Winkle 13 year. It's definitely not that. It's higher proof than that.
Yeah, definitely not that.
That is a sub 100 proof rye.
Oh, that's down in the 90s.
And now, mind you, I haven't had any of the really old midwinters where it was a lot better than what they're putting out now.
The finish on this thing is an absolute eternity. It doesn't stop. Like, I took a sip of it and the finish hit, and whatever that note is, it's like if you're a piano player and you have the sustain pedal and you just hold that thing down and hit the note, it's just sustaining. The finish is just lasting.
Got that reverb.
Is that what that pedal does? It holds the note out?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
My grandma
Yeah,
had
yeah.
a piano, and I would always like play around, and I didn't know what things were. And
Well, here's
that's
the thing.
one of the pedals.
There's 3 pedals down there. One of them sustains notes. I don't know what the other ones do.
All right.
That's the extent of my knowledge with piano playing.
Did you ever play piano?
I took a keyboard class in high school. I could play 3-6 Mafia Late Night Tip.
On the keyboard? Nice. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Learn something new.
And for Elise from Beethoven.
Ooh, everyone can play for Elise. If you've learned piano, you've learned for Elise. At least the
Until it gets really fast. Yeah.
That part. And then once the fast part comes, you're done.
Man.
Hmm.
Mm.
All right, so the only thing I've written down is 110. What else do you have decided?
Right?
Rye. I think
Rye?
we decided rye, right?
I think so.
Okay.
I've got rye too.
Now, ryes lend themselves well to finishing.
They do.
It's so damn sweet.
I do think it's finished.
I would
I think
go
100% it's a finish rye.
finished.
All right.
I
I'm gonna roll with you guys. I'm
I
gonna say
told
yes.
Josh that I thought it was finished from the second sip I had.
All right, so I wrote finished.
Now, age.
I'm trying to
Now,
think
remember,
what
ryes can be very deceptive when it comes to age.
And they can be deceptive on proof too.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah, I think the proof might be a little bit lower.
Oh, I'm thinking higher.
I think I'm just right.
Really.
Dadgummit,
I
Matt.
mean, so like
I think I'm
the
baby
spice
bear.
is there.
I'm
Matt,
baby
give me
spices
bear.
credit
are-
here. Matt,
Everyone
Matt,
can
fades
play
back.
for Elise. And chopsticks.
Dadgummit.
Like in Big, that movie. Did you ever see Big? With Tom Hanks?
Matt's dropping knowledge here. The right pedal sustain. Yeah, that's what I
Oh
thought.
yeah, isn't Matt Burns' wife like a music teacher?
She's a teacher.
I think she teaches
Yeah,
music
yeah,
or
music,
choir
yeah,
or something.
music teacher.
She
Yeah.
knows music.
Would you be mad at me if I said 10 to 12 years old?
Mm-mm. I'm not mad at that. 12 years
I don't
old is
think
really
it's-
old for a rye, though.
Yeah,
10.
I don't think it's there. I don't think it's there.
10 or 12?
I think it's 8. Go with 8.
I like the 8 too.
I like 9.5.
I like 8.
I think ryes when they're that old can get super oaky, and that one's not super oaky.
There's a thing that happens with ryes between like the 7 to 9 year mark where they start getting this crazy candy sweetness like this. Like you think about Sagamore 8-year rye. I think about some of the Willet green tops I've had that are like straight up candy.
I'm not a fan of Willet.
I'm not a fan of Willet bourbons, but their green top ryes can be quite good if it's the right single barrel. But that's everything with single barrels.
You can find good.
I'm thinking what's the most LE version of a midwinters between a 7 to 10 year mark with a red wine, port, something in that realm finish to give it that plum aspect, but like a slight dill at the end. Mid 100 proof. That's where I'm at with this. But I feel like it is a truly special drinking.
Yeah,
Who's drinking to that?
it drinks
What would
special
that
for
be?
sure.
Since Bill disassociates himself with California, Texas, or Washington, yeah, it would have to be something special rye out of. Because you think Utah and Colorado, there's this Midwinter's Night from rye wise.
Mm-hmm.
I don't.
I'm looking
see
for
this
like
being-
what's a better midwinters.
It's definitely not Jack.
You know what's a better midwinters? And
Jack.
if I
Jack Daniel's
Jack Rye?
I swear on everything, if Bill pulls this, it is going to be the most mastermind play that's ever been done.
Jack Daniel's barrel proof rye.
4-gate Port Perry Perry.
Oh, shut the front
I
door.
think that's it. I think that's good. I like that. What's the proof on it?
112.
Ooh, no, it's not that hot.
It's a port finish MGP rye.
Yeah,
Mhm.
let's do it.
I'm telling you, it's 110.
Send it.
I like it. I like it.
So Indiana,
What have we got to lose?
And I don't think it's age stated. I have a bottle back there. I can't go get it. Freaking Bill.
How did you
Fort
learn
Perry
about
Perry.
Fort Gate, Port Perry, Perry, Josh?
so are we going to say 10?
Exactly.
Say 10, and then if it's not age stated, we're cool.
I'm good with that.
I like that. I like that.
I don't
All
think
right.
it's age stated.
I'm going to fight you on 110 for proof.
Seeing the progression of the beanie is might be the highlight of this stream so
Well,
far.
now I have to know how long to keep knitting because obviously I can't close it yet because it's not all the way. Because there has to be a cuff.
No, I like it, but we went from here to here to here to
Yeah.
here to here.
And
Are
you
we
gotta-
going to fight
Okay.
on proof?
You gotta cuff it.
No, we're not going to fight on proof.
I think 110 is fine.
I think 8. I don't remember Port Perry Perry being this bright, but it does have those deep notes too.
my hair's almost done.
Dude, if this is Port
get
Perry Perry,
plum. I
this
just
is
get that plum.
incredible.
So what do we have down for proof?
I
110.
have written down so far 10 years, 110 proof, rye, and finished. I don't have a state or country of distillation or your bonus picks.
Indiana?
Yeah, I think Indiana. I feel really good about Indiana here.
All right.
95.5.
And then we'll go what you were saying, Josh?
Distillery, I think 4-gate.
Okay.
Or is distillery MGP?
Is
Well, yeah.
Penelope doing anything in this realm? I don't know. I'm asking.
You know,
Not
like
to this
Penelope.
level, I don't think. And that's no shade to Penelope, but I don't think they have
Right.
anything
Yeah.
operating on this level.
Okay.
Distillery, yeah, I guess it wouldn't be 4-gate, would it? Bill, clarification. If we think it's Port Perry Perry or Ruby Rye Springs, is 4-gate the correct answer, or is
You have to be specific.
MGP the right answer?
So I guess the answer would be if it depends, because if it says on the back of the bottle that it's distilled in Indiana, we know it's MGP. If it's a 4-gate bottle and it says on the front that it's a Kentucky whiskey, we can't say MGP because we know it didn't come from there.
Right, like Kelvin 60 or say it's not Kelvin 60, but yeah, I feel you there.
Yeah.
But if we say 4-gate and it's Indiana,
Can we
The
say
distiller
MGP and
technically is
then if it says Indiana, we're good?
It's close enough. I mean, if you get that close, I gotta be fair.
yeah.
And we'll go
If
Port
you
Perry
get that
Perry.
close.
Like if the bottle call is Port Perry Perry and we're not hedging, if it's Port Perry Perry or Ruby Rye Springs, I don't remember, dude. If this is Port Perry Perry, it's crazy. AW, yes, it's all MGP.
Yeah,
Port finish
those
MGP.
are all. Both of those, if I recall, are MGP.
Yeah, one is Ruby Port and Ruby Rye Springs is Ruby Port, and Port Perry Perry is I don't know what kind of port it is. Maybe yeah.
I don't remember.
And Bill knows
right,
how much
so
we like Port Perry.
I wrote down MGP / 4-gate.
All right.
All right,
Hit me.
look. If this
What's-
is you get what do you guys?
What's the
wanna say?
bottle guess? Are you guessing Port Perry Perry?
Port Perry Perry.
I'm deferring.
I think we're either gonna annihilate this round or completely lose by a ton with this round. So I think we just go all in.
I'm good. I'm good with Port Perry Perry. If you guys want to say it's a port finish rye, which I'm not, I don't disagree with. I don't. Port Perry Perry is as good a guess as anything, and it would be if Bill did it. It would be the most mastermind thing ever, but also the thing that's cluing me in on it, which makes me think that Bill's smarter than me, and he's gonna think ahead of that and think I'm gonna think it's Port Perry Perry, and I'm gonna think it's something else. But I don't want to psych myself out. I just want to go with my gut here. That's everything fits.
Okay.
Okay.
Is that the bottle guess?
Are we good?
Yep.
I think we're good.
All right.
All right.
You guessed 10 years on age. That is 3 points for me.
Oh
Man, we've been off on age
you.
all night long.
You guessed 110 proof on 110 on proof. That is 5 points for me.
What?
Ooh.
Wait, hang on, guys. Is it low or high? Are we off by?
You're off by more than 10 points.
We're high. It's lower. We're high.
You think so? I think
Yeah.
we're low. I think it might be high.
You're low. You're low.
No, we're
This
high.
is in the 120s.
You guessed rye. That is 2 points for me.
What?
Corn.
You guessed that this was finished, which is correct. That is 2
Hey,
points for you.
Who said it was finished at the very beginning?
I thought it was right too.
You guessed that this was distilled in Indiana. That's not correct. That is 2 points for me. And it is neither Four-Gate, MGP, or Port Perry Perry.
It's a corn whiskey.
No, it's not a corn whiskey either, although that's much closer. What you were drinking is a 20-year age-stated, 126 proof
Holy cripes.
Four-Gate Peregrine. Or Found
Oh.
North Peregrine.
Oh, Found North.
Oh, Found North.
Oh.
Canadian.
Canadian.
That's where that
I should have gotten that brittleness.
Oh,
Should have gotten the brittleness.
I
The
would love to go to
sweet
Canada
brittleness.
someday. Will you take me to Canada someday?
Which part of Canada do you want me to take you to?
I don't know. I've never been
Canada?
to any part.
I'm only going to Banff or Vancouver.
I've never been to any part. Take me anywhere.
Tell me if I'm
Montreal
wrong in chat.
too.
What's the prettiest part of Canada? Take me there.
I want to go to
Yeah.
I want to
Banff.
go to Prince Edward Island because that's where Anne of Green Gables was filmed.
No, there's a bunch of seals there.
I want to go there. That's where
Tell
Anne
us
of
where
Green
to go.
Gables
Lots of pretty parts of Canada. Canada.
You need, I'll tell you what, you guys need to fly out to Seattle, take an Alaskan cruise,
Ooh.
and you go up through the inner, whatever they call it. And then when you stop back, you stop in Vancouver and Prince Edward Island.
Vancouver.
Where?
The inside passage up there is awesome.
All right, so
we lost like
we did. And here's the thing:
mightily.
I was not on the wrong track in thinking that the last pour Bill was going to throw something in that we really liked. I just went the wrong direction.
Yeah.
He knows we like Port Perry Perry, but also we really love Found North. So Peregrine is really good.
Well, we were on the right track with rye. I mean,
The interesting thing, though, is because, with Found North, they're either corn-based or rye-based.
Yep.
This is 76% corn.
Wow.
And that's where that
There's
really
been-
candy sweetness is coming from. That's what we thought was finished rye.
It's only 23% rye. So,
Yeah.
Okay.
well, the thing is, when Canada says rye, I mean, they can be corn-based or whatever. It's just a general label for them.
Matt, who had Brock Bowers in the S&W Fantasy League this year, says Bill's the Brock Bowers of flights. And Dave says Bill saved the curveball for last. I'm still part of the only team that technically has not lost. Yeah.
Well, and Dave is up next on the pop-ups because Randy and Dave volunteered for the next round of this. So I haven't poured that flight yet.
Who has Brock in the fantasy football?
Matt Burns,
Matt Burns.
right there. He's killing it.
Brock's dad and I were best friends growing up because Brock is from Napa.
Really?
Yeah. Very, very, very good kid. Because if he wasn't a good kid and wasn't respectful, his mom and dad would beat him up.
There you go. JG says, Josh, quote, the answers were right, but the questions were wrong.
Yeah. Fudge.
Bill, are you talking
I
about
love
yourself in third person?
Somebody asked. I figured I'd answer the question. All right. Well, the final score is 44-28.
Wow.
Fun.
Oh my gosh.
Big loss.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, you really did pile it on in those
What
last two
the
pours.
heck?
Which is interesting because so the strategy here was different because I usually take you on a proof roller coaster, and I literally built you up in proof. Like
Yeah.
No, the lot B was. I felt like we
Lot
got
B was
down.
a dip. Yeah.
a little bit, but it relative to what I've done to you in the past, the proof roller coaster here was more subdued. But anyway, you got to change it up. I can't have you thinking it's going to be. Yeah, Jeff said, "Oh, you bought the scoreboard too." Yeah, I did, Jeff. I bought the same one you have. So yeah, it was fun. Lots of fun.
Was it though?
Jeff in the chat. That was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun.
I'm just kidding. It was.
Michael's balling up the paper.
So look, I appreciate you guys being great sports about this. I love how much you donated to charity. The deal was you got to pick a flight of anything in the basement if you won. You didn't win, but I'm going to send you some cool stuff to try just for being great sports.
Thank you, Bill.
I appreciate that.
Thanks for doing that.
As if we didn't just try 6 amazing pours from you.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Bill, you're the man. Michael, Austin, thank you guys so much. This was a ton of fun. Do you guys, just real quick, you have like a favorite or two from the flight that really stood out to you as being exceptional pours?
I love the Hibiki.
Me too.
Same.
Yeah, the Heritage and the Parker's Heritage, the first one, sample A, and then sample E found north. But I actually really like the warm up.
Yeah.
More than I expected.
That
As
Gatsby,
being
man, is no
probably
joke.
up there. So like my top 3 of all of them would be probably the warm up, Heritage, still Austin, and found north.
I would go. I'd go Heritage, Hibiki, and still Austin.
Yeah, I would say that the most surprising pour was the Still Austin. It just drank so much older than it was. But my 2 favorite pours were the Parker's Heritage, the malt, and then the Hibiki 21. Those were fantastic. The only sample that's completely empty is the Hibiki 21.
Well, that's not a surprise. It was on a retail basis the most expensive bottle in the flight, and it's not even close.
Yeah. It's very good.
Yeah, it's very good.
Matt said, what was the warm-up? I joined after that. It was
Remus Gatsby.
Remus Gatsby 2024, 15 years, 104.9 proof. Very good. Very, very good.
Mm-hmm.
So, yep, this was awesome, guys. Everybody on screen, hang out backstage for a second. Everybody tuning in, thank you for being a part of this. Yeah. This is the end of the year. Although surprise,
we're gonna do a New Year's Eve live stream
because we're lame and we're not doing anything.
We're not doing anything for New Year's Eve, so we want you to hang out with us.
We would much rather spend it with you guys than go out and get into a bunch of stuff. So New Year's Eve, we are going to do a live stream,
but it's gonna be early because Grandma's got to go to bed.
It'll be our time
before the New Year.
Yeah, Grandma might get run over by reindeer, so we got to make sure we go to bed good enough time. So we're gonna do a live stream on New Year's Eve. 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Central, our usual time. We'll go for an hour and a half, 2 hours. We're going to do a blind flight of some really heavy hitters. It's going to be 2024 George T. Stagg, 2023 George T. Stagg, Russell's 15, Wild Turkey Generations, and I'm probably going to find 2 more pours to throw in there. We're going to have 2 Buffalo Traces, 2 turkeys, and 2 other things that are going to be in the mix. I don't know what yet, but we'll figure what that out. We'll figure what that out is in the meantime.
Also, final progress on the beanie for this live stream.
Let's see it. Let's blow us up.
So obviously this is not going to be it because you have to have a cuff. So if we cuff it, I still have some ways to go.
I mean, you got these right here too.
I still have some ways to go, but I'm almost ready to start decreasing.
There you go. Who doesn't love a good decrease?
Okay. There we go.
All right.
This will be done before the New Year's Eve live stream, so you won't see it again.
There you go. Maybe I'll wear it on the New Year's Eve live stream. No, I will not.
No, it'll be hot.
Because much like Michael has learned tonight, putting a hat on your head at the beginning of a live stream will heat you up like none other. Oh, Whiskey Habit says you have to be on until midnight to drop a mystery bottle. Okay, we're in Central Time Zone. The latest we're staying up is Eastern Time Zone, and even that's a stretch because I have to wake up at 3:30 for work. Not that next morning.
Not tomorrow.
Not.
But
I'm not staying up to midnight.
Yeah.
You might, and that's fine. I will not. I'm telling you now.
Today I could have slept in, and I woke up at 3:45.
Oh.
And it took me probably an hour to go back to sleep. So.
Okay. Anyway, let's get out of here.
Yep. All right, guys, hang out backstage. Thank you for tuning in. Super fun. Thank everybody on screen for being a part of this.
Yeah.
This was a blast, even though we didn't win. Thank you, Bill, for being a good sport and still sending some fun stuff, even though we performed at a subpar level. We will say. I think that's a fair statement. But appreciate each and every one of you guys so very much on screen and in chat and watching. Hit the like button before you get out of here. It helps a ton. It really does. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, appreciate you guys. See you New Year's Eve night.
Bye.
Bye.